No portion of this program may be reproduced without the express written permission of WQAM, Beasley Broadcast Group, Incorporated.
God, that sounded like Joe Rose to me. Is Joe back on QAM?
Home for Miami Dolphins football.
Little dog. Big head. Joe Rose.
560 WQAM.
Remember Joe?
Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Joe Mama? Joe Rose, 7 to 10 a.m. and the other guy.
Regresa a Canadá, judío bastardo. I'm dying over here. I'm dying over here.
Oh, you can tell your fans you don't like their demands. If they have some request, you'll just say no. And then tell Norma Kent to tell the management you want nobody messing with your show. You're on from 10 to 2, and when your shift is through, tell George he can relax and smoke some weed. And then go tell Joe Bell that he can go to hell. He even almost makes you miss Greg Reed. But don't play a fart, the sound of a fart. I don't think Joyce would understand.
No.
'Cause if you play a fart, the sound of a fart, you'll be in trouble with the Beasley clan.
Absolutely.
Don't play a fart.
10:02 at 560 WQAM. So I get a call last night from Norma Kent.
Yeah.
Talk about being oblivious. Well, she was in court all day yesterday, so didn't hear one moment of the show, and wasn't even aware that I read all those memos and faxes and emails and all that crap on here, and that I ripped him an ass for the whole time, but I told him. I told him that I ripped him an ass the whole time. Well deserved, by the way. Creating a crisis where one doesn't exist. That's his specialty. Not just a specialty du jour, unless you consider du jour every day. Creating a major brouhaha. And it ain't no laughing matter. But we don't want to dwell on that. We're moving onward, upward, and forward. I think we got some real good progress now that we got Joe Rose back on QM 7 to 10 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday with the other guy. I mean, I don't want to put the other guy, at a disadvantage, but who the hell ever heard of him, right? I mean, Chris heard of him. Didn't you?
Yeah, he does the heat stuff.
Well, what does that mean?
He does heat like, he's like the Craig Minervini of the Heat.
Yeah.
Does in-game
I was thinking
stuff.
this last night. I was watching the Democratic debate, and it was pretty weak. And poor Barack Obama had a bad cold, and which we didn't know during the debate, but then afterward, when they were analyzing it, that they told us that. He had a bad cold. He was way off his feed, and he was very unimpressive and very boring. And I was disappointed because I think he's heads and shoulders above the rest. Dennis Kucinich had a great line. He said, if you're like me, you may not have the tallest president. And he looked around, and it was, he cracked him up. Poor little Dennis. He said a lot of the right things, and nobody takes him seriously. Just like Mike Gravel, who doesn't. He was just goofy last night. And Chris Dodd says a lot of good things too, but nobody knows who he is, and he looks too much like Jerry Williams, who's dead. And sounds like him. So. Those New England people, they tend to be a lot the same. Anyway, so I saw that, and I was thinking to myself, since ESPN and all this other crap went on TV, and there's like 18 different ESPNs now, and they've got all these different round tables and these panels, and there's JJ and Shannon, and there's Jim Brown, and they're all, Terry Bradshaw, dumber than a fire hydrant. And there's 80 million of these guys. They're like all interchangeable pieces and parts. And it's the same thing up here, too, when hockey season starts very soon, in about a week. Same thing. Every sports channel has got the same revolving bunch of goofballs. And that's what goes on in this market, too. And now it's with the sports writers. Alex Marvez and Craig Minervini and Ethan Menashe Skolnick. It's just, I don't know. It just wears me out. So that's who this guy is, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he does Heat stuff. He does the Heat magazine show, which
so
is
he's a Heat guy. Do we have the Heat on the station?
No.
Not yet.
What about the Dolphins?
Yeah, we got them.
So all we got is the Dolphins. I mean, the Marlins. Marlins will play their last game of the season and the last game ever on WQM this Sunday, I believe.
Hey, don't forget about the Canes.
No, that's right. The Canes. The Canes. I forgot about them. Who are they playing this week? Some girls' team?
Duke.
And is Duke, like the Duke of Earl? That's where Hank went to Duke. That's where they had
Like
that lacrosse problem. What?
He only went there for like a semester or something.
What?
Are you sure?
He didn't graduate from Duke.
So, you putting him down for that? Are you knocking the humper now, my fat friend?
He only went there for like a semester, maybe a year at the most.
Yeah, so? That's like me going to Michigan State for maybe a semester, and I never went to class anyway. I mean, I went there for like a year and a half, but I didn't. Other than summer school, I never went to any classes. I was too busy drinking and sleeping in late. And hopefully, wishfully, would have been doing a lot of other stuff too, but not back then. Not back in those days. So what's the point you're trying to make? Is that he's a fake Duke alumnus?
I didn't say that. You did.
Where did you go to school, Chris?
I went to school of, what is it called? Sable Chase University. Sable Chase University.
Oh, what is it?
Sable Chase University.
Well, what is that?
It's also called Miami-Dade.
What are you talking about? What language are you speaking this morning? What does that mean?
Miami-Dade Community College.
Yeah.
They call it Sable Chase.
And you're putting down the humper because you only went a short time.
I'm not putting him down. I'm just saying, you know,
you are. You're piling on. You're trying to ingratiate yourself with Joe Bell now because he and the humper are at odds and they treat Hank like crap, just like they treat me now because of Norma Kent. Once upon a time, they liked me. I can't remember when that was.
Me either.
And I really don't care. Because I can honestly say I never liked them, whether it was Greg or Joe or any of these people. I'm talking about Joe Bell, by the way. We have a lot of Joes. With Joe Costello and Joe Rose and Joe Mama. Here's the poll from yesterday, boys and girls. Oh, and I got a really great email from your close personal friend, Lucky, who's now blocked on my MySpace. You know, and come to find out that Lucky is the guy to... See, these people are frustrated now that they can't call, so they'll find another venue in which to spew their crap. And he repeated the same stuff. No more polls, no more mailing it in, pathetic, no more... Yeah, so I just blocked his ass. And I see you're on there as one of his friends. Did you check that out, by the way?
No, I haven't been on it yet.
Why not?
Let me take care of that now, because I'm a busy man.
No, you're not. You're not doing anything except getting ready to eat today at noon when Landlovers comes.
You know it.
It's Thursday, so it's a 2-for-1 meal deal, whatever that is. And today's Landlovers. So that means you guys are getting free food today, no matter where Chris went to college of Hard Knocks. You know, like you're a big shot. You went to Miami-Dade, and now you're making like $4 an hour working for QAM.
Exactly.
I mean, I commiserate with you, but I ain't got any money for you. And what was I pissed off at Josh Cordes about?
I don't know.
Something. Don't you remember a few days ago? Something.
No, I don't remember a few days ago. I don't remember yesterday.
Because he's going to be begging for money again here. When did I send him that check? In July? Yeah, it's time for another check. Yeah, right. Sure it is. I'll let you know when it's time for another check, Cordes. Here's the poll from yesterday. I never seem to have enough, and of course that's it. Money. Out of 1,007 votes, 454, almost half, 45%. Just never seem to have enough money. And you know what? Even making the big bucks that I am, I never seem to have enough money either. You want to know why? Because I take on the entire universe. I'm the godfather to the universe. I take care of everybody, and you know what? I don't mind. I'm not starving to death. In fact, I think maybe today too I'll just get in my nice Pontiac Solstice and head off to Woodbine.
All right.
Do you know how much I figured it out? Did I tell you this about the cab deal?
Mm-hmm.
$60 each way, so it's $120 cab fare. So if I go an average of 3 times a week, because in the summertime I might go more sometime, that's $360 a week. Well, do the math on that. That's like $18,000 a year, and haven't been going to Woodbine for 3 years. That means I've spent probably close to $60,000 in cab fare so far, which pays for the Solstice and then some, a lot more. Highly overpriced here too, by the way, like all the cars are. They're having a big stink about that now, about the fact that the auto manufacturers have been overcharging here for some reason when you buy your car in Canada. Not a good idea. Don't come here to buy a car. Anyway, I never seem to have enough money. 454. Sex 209. What's that? That's something from out of the past in my life. I don't even remember how it works, what it's all about. I think I know how it works. Sex 209. Time 180. Sleep 45, vacation 39, and it wasn't interesting. Wasn't it appropriate that I added those two on at the very ass end? Or whatever I added on, I don't know. Sleep 45, vacation 39, friends 28, not enough Neil God.
Neil God!
17, well, get used to it. Drugs 16, tools 10, brain 6, and common sense only 3. That was yesterday's poll. No more polls, no more mailing it in. You're pathetic. Retire. Yeah, up yours. Stuff it where the cockamoon don't shine. See, the one thing I've decided, and I'm doing it now. I mean, I don't mind people that want to no, I do mind. I'm not. The MySpace thing is supposed to be for your friends, right? Friends.
Right. That's whatever you want to make of it.
People who want to reach out and touch the other person. But if you want to send me a bunch of hostile crap, I'm going to not only delete it, I'm going to block you.
Right.
I'm just not interested.
Right. Who needs it?
Life is too short to listen to a bunch of anonymous crap from a bunch of phony idiots out there, losers, who want to get on there and spew because we don't take the calls anymore, so they can't call up and say, "Oh, you're mailing it in."
Sure. Don't like what's going on? Off you go.
And he is one of your friends, by the way.
Not for long. I'm working on it now. I gotta
he
find
likes
him.
you.
I gotta sift through
He likes you. He wants you back.
That's
in
fine.
fact, here's George.
Yeah. Hey, Lucky.
Spin some wax. Here's the poll for today. And look at this. Chris he ought to have a smile from ear to his rear. We got free food coming today. And we're going to do, 1 million votes on the poll today.
All right.
And those people out there, well, what difference does it make? What's the big deal? It doesn't make any difference. It's just for fun. It's just there, It's just something. And by the way, Brandon, I'm waiting for the poll. Don't be knocking the professor for trying to peddle his car on our
Lucky, not Lucky Don or something like that.
Lucky.
All right.
Real jerk. We're lucky that I'm not taking the calls anymore. 907 votes already on today's poll. That was my point for Chris. How do you like that? 907, baby.
912, actually.
Wow. Let me click that thing at 914, actually. How do you like that? I'm way ahead of you, Mr. Big Shot from Miami-Dade. Which of these things do you care about least? Paris Hilton, 217. Britney Spears, 186. OJ, 148. Oh, you got to care about OJ. It's the law. Lindsay Lohan, 129. I voted for her. The Gina 6, 85. Bunch of racist bastards. Sports, 77. Oh, 77. That reminds me of WABC. But, like I said, that's a long time ago. The GM strike, 26. That's over now, right? Is it officially over? Did they vote?
I don't know.
I didn't see any more about it, which you'd think they'd be showing something about that. Global warming, 25. Politics, 17. And the economy, 4. So the money, the economy, 4. Everybody's worried about that. Even people, whether you got money or whether you don't have any money. Everybody's worried about the economy. So from the bottom up, those are the things they really care about. The economy, politics, like that debate last night. Swillery wouldn't answer the questions, She kind of pissed me off. She refused. Well, she was married to Bill Clinton and still is, I guess. And she had a couple of yuck lines in there, It's just, nobody said nothing. Except for little Dennis Kucinich, and you look at that nasty hairpiece and the fact that he comes up to Hillary's, and he was standing right next to Hillary, and he came up to her navel, kind of embarrassing. Nobody's going to vote for a midget president.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
There's no fact in the church.
More anything. With this week's installment of Now See Here. Now see here. Pants are essential to a man's attire. Now, I got all kinds of things in my pants. Martians, dingleberries, and who knows what I'll find in there next. Many things have been said about my pants. I may not be wearing any now, but that's only cause in a flurry of excitement, I sold them. Bit more for pants. Fred Moitz or James Coco? Come on. And another thing. Who bid more for hygiene? Summer's Eve or Mr. Whipple? And I think you know the answer to that one. And while I'm on the subject of sports, who did more for the Dolphins' offense? Shlomo Rosenthal or Mr. Kitzel? Let me give you something else to put in your pink pipe for smoke. Who did more for Glade Mist bathroom spray? Jorge Fagadorn Rodriguez or Brian Dennehy? Huh? Come on. You can insert the sound effects here. If Joyce would only die. Wait, where do you think you're going? You can't go nowhere. I'm not...
1019 at 560. Boy, I sure miss him, man. Like if they cut off an 80-pound tumor like on your hip. That's how much I miss him. Badly. We want you back, Mo. Not. I still got this Los Olas Lifestyle magazine here with that picture of Joel Feinberg standing there with his sports car and his helmet and the whole deal, like with that big Schmidt-eating grin on it. Oh, my daddy's got a lot of money. My daddy's got a lot of money, and I'm a big shot, and I got this radio station now. I don't know anything about it. Remember that day he called in with that stupid-ass call? Yeah. He doesn't know anything about sports. He doesn't know anything about radio. He just knows about spending daddy's money. What?
Just like these people.
Right, just like our... Well, that's why they get along so well. That's why he and Jolly Joe are playing this silly, childish peeing game, you know? Emailing back and forth and sending magazines and, oh, you're a bigger jerk than I am, all that crap. 932 votes on the poll. We're going to have 1,000 fast today. Takes all the drama out of it. 935, they're coming even in chunks now. You'll see by the time that people come back to town, you know when that is, like the end of November, maybe after Thanksgiving, or maybe Christmas time or New Year's, or maybe not at all. Well, here it is all these years later. All these years later, and all the arguing about casinos and about this and that, and it's still a horse and buggy town, still a seasonal town. Seasonal town, you know what I mean by that?
No, what do you mean by that?
Whoever heard of an area of 4.5, 5 million people that's like seasonal? Like as soon as the snow starts falling, that's when everybody comes back, and then as soon as it starts to get 180 degrees in the shade and the snow isn't falling up north, everybody bails out. Anybody who can afford to get out, they flee. Like this bubonic pneumonic plague, they flee. The creator of Op-Ed News, an alternative political website that receives nearly 1 million hits a day, says he's received... You know, we used to get, not 1 million, but we used to get a ton of hits every day when we had the beaded curtain on there.
Right.
Maybe we need to bring that back. I know we can't do it in the original form because we'd then have to have proof on file that the age of the...
I guess I'll just have to go out and start taking naked pictures myself and getting the ID.
Yeah. No, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do.
No, you don't.
You have to have proof of their age, so we photocopy their ID, or I take a picture of their driver's license and then of their goodies, and then it's legal.
The creator of Op-Ed News, an alternative political website that receives nearly 1 million hits a day, says he's received and published thousands of articles calling for the criminal prosecution of President George Bush and Vice President Richard Cheney. Richard, as opposed to Dick. Our viewers believe these guys are criminals and have to go to jail, said Rob Call of Newton, Pennsylvania, president and founder of the Internet publication. They have to be investigated, indicted, put on trial, and incarcerated to the full extent of the law. We have to do something. We can't just sit back and wait. Call believes the public support for putting Bush and Cheney on trial is far greater than indicated by reading what he calls the lamestream media that rarely even discusses the issue. And you know what he is? He's
absolutely correct, sir.
Right. Call made his remarks in an interview on the radio program What the Media Doesn't Tell You, produced by the Massachusetts School of Law at Andover and distributed globally via the World Radio Network. Although launched only in 2003, Op-Ed News has more readers today than all but 4 of the largest daily newspapers published in the USA. There are in millions the Wall Street Journal 1.7, USA Today 1.6, New York Times 1.1, and the LA Times 1.0. Call says Op-Ed News has 500 contributors who come up with 30 to 50 articles a day.
About 30, man.
So many that he has arranged a software system where trusted contributors can email, edit, and place their own articles directly onto the website with no screening or editing on his part. Asked by host Lawrence Velvel, dean of the law school, if mainstream media automatically reject anti-war presidential candidates, Call replied New York Times columnists Bob Herbert, Paul Krugman, and Frank Rich do take Ron Paul and other anti-war candidates seriously. I got an article about Ron Paul that's in my pile somewhere. I got a big, steamy pile here, baby. You can probably smell it all the way down there. Velvel. That reminds me of Farfel. Who was the comedian who had the dog Farfel?
Sorry, don't know.
That's way before your time. I think it was some chick. I can't remember what her name was. Maybe not. Farfel. Maybe it was Paul Winchell. He had Jerry Mahoney, and I think maybe Farfel, too. He's dead, Paul Winchell. He used to be a guest in my show many times. Very well-known atheist. Although he denied he was an atheist, but he was. Just like George. Okay. Asked by host Velvel whether the mainstream media only takes seriously savvy candidates that are devoid of idealism and show a cynical worldliness, Call replied that neocons are taken seriously that believe the U.S. should project its power globally. They were literally praying for a Pearl Harbor event that would enable the U.S. to demonstrate its hegemony, Call said. Hegemony. I believe Bush supporters are white, right-wing males that back Bush as a vicarious form of political Viagra. They felt emasculated after 9/11 because they couldn't do anything about it. They talk, we have to win the war in Iraq when there's no way to win. They back Bush as a vicarious form of political Viagra. How do you like that, the neocons?
How's it working for them?
They're limp.
I know.
They're a bunch of impotent idiots. And they're dangerous is what they are, neocons. Mostly a bunch of self-hating yids, which is really very disgraceful to me, and self-hating fags, like Man Coulter and Miss Fudge and that crowd. And, of course, Condoleezza. Condoleezza, please, come out wherever you are, honey. I'd love to see her in the men's room, and then, of course, Larry Craig comes in and sits down in the stall next to her, and they start toe-tapping. You'd think that Larry would notice those fancy shoes that she bought. Every time something important is happening in the world, Condoleezza goes shopping, usually for shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You won't see her at Brandy's, I'll guarantee you that. They don't want no part of her. 947 votes on the poll. Boy, I bet you Chris is he is in heaven. Because he's got the free food coming today, and because payday is only 2 weeks away?
A week.
A week? Is that it? Oh, that's for you.
Paid,
You get paid on the 5th. Well, what kind of crap is that? Hey, I'm not complaining, man. Jolly Joe, he gets me that check early. That's all I care about. I tell you right now, we're not going to have any more run-ins with Charlie Joe, whatever his name is. Because I'm not going to let Norma Kent create some kind of a... That's all he does. It's like he works morning, noon, and night to create problems. And then, of course, he can come in and say, oh, well, here's the answers, Neil. And, of course, he doesn't have the answers, as we found out yesterday in that letter from Steve or whatever his guy, Lerman, some Jewish lawyer in Washington. Is that redundant, Jewish lawyer?
No.
It's like Jewish doctor. Although in South Florida, what about a good Cuban doctor?
How about a real Cuban doctor?
That's got like a real license. 947, which of these do you care about least is our question. I came up with this poll. I invented it. Brandon's working on one about ethnic foods for tomorrow. Do you think we ought to do that? Who's got the best ethnic food?
We've done it before, but let's do it again.
Oh, yeah, we've done it before. Well, we've done it all before. We've been doing polls for 7 freaking years on this show, for Christ's sakes. Don't say we've done it before like you're putting...
We've done it before.
947. Oh, and what's his name made a comeback today, too. Not with any poll ideas, though, Charlie B. He threatens the beginning of the week he's going to send some crap. Charlie B. He did not vanish. Paris Hilton, 223. They don't give a crap about her. Britney Spears, 194. Oh, Britney Spears. I just got to play a second or two of...
And how dare anyone out there make fun of Britney?
Oh. OJ, 154. Lindsay Lohan, 133. Or is it Lohan? The Gina 689. Sports, 79. Oh, that ought to be their slogan across the streets instead of a ticket. Ticket my ass. Sports, 79. Global warming, 27. The GM strike, 27. Finito. I think it's over. They're not talking about it, so they must have ratified the agreement. Politics, 17, and the economy, only 4. Everybody cares about money.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
WQAM presents
The Neil Rogers Show. South Florida's favorite homo. Starting right now on
Wonderful WQAM.
We're getting run now by corporations, revising our rights to suit what they like. We occupy other sovereign nations, convinced that we're mighty, mighty and right. Hey, Blackwater, corporate Hoosier, bloodthirsty bastards in a tailored Brooks Brothers. Hey, Blackwater, of the lawyer, mercenary killers, smugly smiling dudes. Hey, Blackwater, hiring a slaughter, profiting on death, turning human beings into goo. White-collar criminal types, with your very own corporate media, telling everybody everything's alright. You're making good money, don't mind if it's bloody at all. Come on, get some billion blood in your hands, pledge allegiance to a pasty businessman. You gotta dig those funky businessmen, making money by making people dead. They have their license pulled, don't make me laugh, they're above the law of any land. If you need an old big contract to land, then Tricky Dick Cheney is your man. A bunch of corporate mother Benoit balls.
Now, there it is. 10:33, 27 before 11. Boy, you got to be on your toes the way all these bits end cold now. You know, just like when you least expect it. Oh, speaking of Phil Spector, did you see him on CNN just now, or weren't you watching?
No, I'm not watching CNN. They keep putting that kid on there.
No, they don't. Kid is gone. The coast is clear. You can turn on CNN.
Yeah, mistrial. I want to vomit.
We ought to take down their tower, their transmit, whatever they transmit with. Take down their equipment. Just blow it up. A judge declared a mistrial in a murder case against music legend Phil Spector after a jury announced for the second time in 8 days it was hopelessly deadlocked. Just like that chick, hopelessly dead.
What a bunch of dolts.
And if you haven't seen him, he looks like...
A woman? An old woman?
Yeah, a 110-year-old lady. He looks like Tony Cigaretto in drag. I don't get it. What happened to her? Maybe the wall of sound fell on him. The jury deliberated for 12 days, taking 6 ballots, but it was unable to reach a unanimous verdict. Jurors told Superior Court Judge Larry Paul Fiddler, I wonder if he's kin to Jay Fiddler, that they were split 10-2 without indicating in which way they were leaning. Boy, the Dolphins really suck, Chris. I hate to say that because it's the Dolphin station here, but they suck bad. They're terrible.
Okay.
You don't agree?
I'm not disagreeing.
I want you to say it. The Dolphins suck.
The Dolphins aren't very good this year.
The Dolphins suck. Come on, let's hear it.
Dolphins aren't very good this year.
They added there was nothing Fiddler could do to help them arrive at a unanimous verdict. Fiddler discharged, and I want you to say the Patriots are great.
Patriots
not good.
Suck.
Great. Oh, see, here we go. There's that South Florida jealousy once again. Boy, it's so unflattering to you people.
Not jealousy, they're just a team that I hate.
Insane jealousy. Oh, gee, we sure wish we had Tom Brady. We wish we had all those points on the board. We wish we had Bill Belichick instead of this goofball guy, Myron Cohen or whatever his name is. Fiddler discharged the 9 men, 1 and 3 women, thanking them for their service. Spector went on trial in April, charged with second-degree murder and the shooting death of B-movie queen Lana Clarkson after a night out in the clubs of Hollywood. The judge told attorneys to return to his L.A. courtroom on October 3rd to discuss the next legal move. Spector, 67, didn't take the witness stand at the trial. He just sat there looking like a tragic old lady. God, get him a haircut or something for Christ's sake.
He wears wigs.
Is that what it is?
He's completely bald. He's, like...
The judge was completely bald. Maybe everybody's getting bald at that trial. Oh, look at that. New Hampshire dead heat.
Party strategists say it's no accident the 2 candidates who gained ground in New Hampshire, Giuliani and McCain, were the Republican hopefuls most prominent in the latest debate over Iraq strategy and in quickly returning fire when the liberal group MoveOn.org.
Yeah, MoveOn.org, my ass. Okay, Big Simmons. Hey, man, the Senate deliberating about a newspaper ad, okay? That's your America, boys and girls. That's what it's all about. We don't like it. It was, we don't like disrespectful to the general. Yeah, general will betray us. Deliberations in the Phil Spector trial were arduous entering the 3rd week on Monday. Last week, jurors received new instructions on the law. Were told to start over after the foreman declared the panel was deadlocked 7-5. The jury's inability to reach a verdict capped a 5-month trial that played like a Hollywood film noir classic with a twist of the bizarre. A 6-foot-tall, blue-eyed blonde with a toothpaste commercial smile, Clarkson was known for her roles in Barbarian Queen and Amazon Women on the Moon. But at 40, the parts were few and far between, and she had taken a $9 an hour job as VIP hostess at the House of Blues in Hollywood. Chris said he'll take the job for $9 an hour easy.
Yep.
Spector invented the wall of sound in the 1960s and worked with the Beatles, Ike and Tina Turner, other acts. Normally reclusive. How come it doesn't say the Ronettes here? That was Be My Baby was the big song, man. You got it? Be My Baby by the Ronettes?
Yeah, I got it. Let me fire it up.
Normally reclusive, Spector had spent a rare night out of the town, found Clarkson at the House of Blues at closing time, invited her home for a drink in the wee hours of February 3rd, 2003. After initially turning him down, she agreed to accompany him. Hours later, police were summoned to Spector's mansion in Alhambra, a suburb of L.A. The diminutive music producer had wandered into the driveway in the pre-dawn and told his Brazilian-born chauffeur, "I think I killed somebody," according to the driver's testimony. Clarkson was found inside, slumped in a chair in the foyer. She had been shot in the mouth. A .38 caliber Colt Special revolver lay at her feet. It appeared someone had attempted to clean up the blood with a diaper found in the guest bathroom. What was there a diaper doing there? Well, maybe Phil wears diapers, you know?
That's right.
I can understand what that's all about.
There's more to the story than is in there, by the way.
Yeah, let's hear it.
She had no idea who he was when he came in. He wears wigs and lipstick and all this stuff. He runs around in drag all the time, kind of.
Lipstick?
And she called him ma'am when he came to the restaurant, and he went ape.
Abe Schmidt, yeah.
Yeah, and she had no interest in going anywhere with him, but the owner of the restaurant, her boss, said, you need to smooth things over with him, do whatever he wants you to do to smooth things over. Or
because he used to be famous 100 years ago.
Or you don't have a job here anymore, and so that's why she wound up going to his house with him and agreeing to go there and everything like that. She had no interest in that old.
Spector's attorneys argued that Clarkson was depressed over a recent breakup, grabbed a gun, and took her own life, but prosecution witnesses painted Spector as a gun-toting menace, with 5 women telling harrowing tales on the witness stand of the music producer threatening them with guns. Spector's driver testified he heard a loud noise, saw the producer leave the home, pistol in hand, saying, I think I killed somebody. Oh, sounds like a really tough call to me. At issue was whether Spector pulled the trigger or whether Clarkson did. In photos projected on a large screen, the gruesome crime scene resembled a set decorated for a horror film. In all, 77 witnesses testified on more than 600 pieces of evidence. Where's Be My Baby by the Ronettes? I'm waiting. Jesus, Kate, Christ, God. And Moses and Abraham and Muhammad. Well, you can't take all of Muhammad. Can't deny Muhammad, do you? Raghead, all said now. More than 600 pieces of evidence were submitted. The evidence cartwheel in the jury room was piled high with exhibits. The jury even toured the scene of the alleged crime. The experts' testimony differed wildly on what the physical evidence showed. Prosecutors pointed to the leopard print purse slung over Clarkson's shoulder as evidence she was trying to leave when she was shot. The defense argued that blood spatter evidence on the white woman's jacket Spector wore showed he was standing too far away to place the gun in Clarkson's mouth. A white woman's jacket Spector was wearing. He's a crazy person.
Yes.
No. Spector hired and fired a who's who of legal talent for his defense. High-profile defense attorneys who have left the case include Leslie Abramson and Bruce Cutler. He also changed hairstyle several times during the trial and wore flamboyant clothing, including frock coats and pastel-colored ties and pocket hankies.
What word did you say?
You heard what I said. Frock. As in Friar Tuck.
Careful now.
Oh, no. Because if you call Friar Tuck, try your luck. Try your luck. Really sucks. So I guess you're paying more attention to that whole deal than I am. Cause,
I was a fan of hers. I like all those B movies, if you didn't know. And I've seen every single one of them, and she was spectacular.
You wouldn't have cared less if she wasn't
beautiful.
Really
That's right. She was great.
Once upon a time.
She was a pib.
Well, she's dead now.
I know.
She's not even lukewarm anymore, like Esmeralda. 20 before 11 at 560 WQAM. Here's that schedule now. I'm tongue-tied because I know you guys are getting that free food, although I'm not that hungry right now, which is unusual. That's because I had the bacon, I guess. Mad Dog at Dolphins Stadium, baby, 2 to 3:30. Boy, this is quite a day feather in our cap, the fact that Mad Dog's coming in for just an hour and a half and going to do the game at the stadium before the Marlin-Cub game. Wow, Marlins on deck at 3:30, and the Marlins and the Cubbies as they try to sweep the series, I believe. Didn't they win again last night?
Yes.
Trying to screw up the Cubs. Cubs have been in first place in the division for a while now, and they're trying to screw it all up for the poor Cubbies.
They've won like 9 straight against the Cubs.
What?
They've won like 9 straight against the Cubs.
Well, excuse me. 4:05 is game time. Hurricane Hotline, 7:30 to 9, Hurricanes, and then game night with Eddie K, 9 to midnight. And that Panther Day game they played against the Blackhawks a couple of days ago, I have a spy report that maybe there were 400 people in attendance. That made a lot of sense, having like a hockey game at noon, like on a weekday. That makes good sense to me. Well, yeah, one of those things.
Junior, honey.
How may I be helping you today? Hey. Would you please to be having a blue Slurpee? We are having a sale on cameras. We have had about many flavors. I'm afraid that is not feasible. R-A-G-G-A-G-A-D-A. Okay, I'll tell you everything. My skin may be brown, but inside I'm pink. Yes, it's true, we put our women in bags. It is only because they smell so bad. You can blame a group reactions of a group, and we do not drink our wee-wee. It smell like our poop. Please do stop making fun of me. I shave off my beard, make my face clean. Raghead. If you excuse me, I'm ready to sing R-A-G-G-A-K-E-D. Raghead, ah-la-la-la. Raghead, ah-la-la-la. Raghead, ah-la-la-la. Raghead, ah-la-la-la. Raghead, ah-la-la-la. R-A-G-G-A-G-A-D. Raghead.
Happy Ramadan, by the way, to all of our ragheads out there. 14 before 11 at 560 WQAM. I'm really confused. I know we've been through this before. And, of course, living here most of the time, you can't afford to be confused because you've got so many different turban-wearing ragheads here. I mean, you got your Indian cab drivers and your Paki. Do the Pakis wear turbans, too?
You're asking me?
No idea.
Yeah. Well, who do you think I'm asking? Ishka Bibble?
A Paki.
Joe Bell? How about a fudge Paki?
Cute.
Now, do all Muslims wear... what about the Hindus? What's with all these Indian guys with it?
Hindus do not wear turbans. I believe it's the Sikhs that wear turbans, and I think they might have them in Pakistan. I don't know. I know they have them in India.
Oh, in Pakistan, they're Sikh.
They have Sikhs.
Yeah.
So.
And what about Muslims?
Not
what about the Saudis?
Well, there's two kinds of Muslims, so.
Good ones and bad ones?
Well, the Sunnis and the Shiites, you know.
Yeah, we know that. The Sunnis, the Shiites, and you're leaving out the Kurds, baby. Don't forget about the freaking Kurds. They want the oil wells. They want to chop up all the oil because they're really religious. And the Lord says, or Muhammad said, grab all the oil. Give me the money, baby. Give me the money.
I know the Kurds don't wear headgear.
Well, that's what it's all about. The whole world is involved in a religious war, and nobody wants to say that. It's like, well, the Sunnis and the Shiites, like what is that, you know? They can't agree on whether Muhammad, wiped with his right hand or his left hand, and therefore they hate each other and they're killing each other like crazy because of this very important disagreement. 984 on the poll. I would imagine that if we can get 1,000 before 11 o'clock, that Chris is going to be in heaven. He's going to be in poll heaven, or in his case, hog heaven. 987. Sure. We need 13 votes in 12 minutes to get to 1,000 by 11 o'clock. That would be... Although I put it on there right at 2 yesterday. Shh. What? Oh, that's okay, so I cheated. We don't care.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
What?
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You picking on the Patriots again?
What are you talking about?
About Bill Belichick, about that Jets game.
That's just a guilty conscience.
You know something? Oh, yeah, I feel guilty. They could have gone out there blindfolded and they would have beaten the crap out of them. In addition to which, the funny part of it is that same Jets team that was so impotent and couldn't get near the end zone against the Patriots, they whomped the Dolphins.
Yeah, they
31 points. What?
They whomped us by 3. Yeah,
whomped us by 3, like those, when the defense went to sleep there in the last couple minutes of the game, like that really counts. That happens all the time, man. You know that.
Okay.
And when pish came to shove, General Peter Pace, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and a certifiably crazy person, caused a stir at a Senate hearing this week when he repeated his view that gay sex is immoral and should not be condoned by the military. He's not one of those military macho guys.
I think they're supposed to condone or not.
Like I give a crap when he condones, yeah. How about like I look at him and I say, I don't condone you.
Right.
You know?
I don't condone your haircut.
Just out of general. I just don't condone you as a person. Pace, who retires next week, said he was seeking to clarify similar remarks he made in the spring, which he said were misreported. Are there wonderful Americans who happen to be homosexual serving in the military? Yes, he told the Senate Appropriations Committee during a hearing yesterday focused on the Pentagon's 2008 war spending request. We need to be very precise then about what I said, wearing my stars and being very conscious of it, he added, wearing my stars. And that is very simply that we should respect those who want to serve the nation, but not through the law of the land condone activity that in my upbringing is counter to God's law. Well, he's worshiping the wrong God.
Neil God.
Yeah, Neil God's law says be whatever you want to be, okay? Besides a pedophile, we don't go for that. But all those people belong on Chris Hansen. Especially if they're... And how come we don't have any Catholic priests that ever show up on that show on Dateline?
Just wait.
Maybe they ought to be hanging out in the rectory.
Just wait. It'll be a matter of time.
Plenty of those people to be there on the... Well, they probably don't have to go online to solicit. They got a steady supply of altar boys.
That's right. Parents bring them their children and then pay them.
Right.
And then pay
they
them.
Deliver them. Like the rumors about the limousine that used to bring the kids to Cardinal Spellman's door in New York, the rear door, that is.
Here's my son. Here's some money so you can pay us off later.
Right. Just like Michael Jackson. Same crap. Anti-war protesters sitting behind Pace jeered the four-star general's remarks with some shouting, "Bigot!" The Lead Committee Chairman, Senator Robert Byrd of West Virginia, just turned 190 years old, would adjourn the hearing abruptly and seal off the doors. Old Bobby Byrd, I guess, thought there was going to be some violence or something. Let me out of here. The hearing resumed about 5 minutes later, in which Pace said he would be supportive of efforts to revisit the Pentagon's policy so long as it didn't violate his belief that sex should be restricted to a married heterosexual couple. Didn't violate his belief. In other words, he's the head macher. He's going to decide. He's the decider. We got so many deciders in so little time. I would be very willing and able to be and supportive to changes to the policy to continue to allow the homosexual community to contribute to the nation without condoning what I believe to be activity, whether to be heterosexual or homosexual, that in my upbringing is not right, Pace said. Wow. What activity are you willing to accept, General Pace, you moron? Pace's lengthy answer on gays was prodded by Senator Tom Harkin of Iowa, who said he found Pace's previous remarks very hurtful and very demoralizing to homosexuals serving in the military. In March, the Chicago Tribune reported that Pace said in a wide-ranging interview, "I don't believe the U.S. is well served by a policy that's okay to be immoral in any way. Killing people is very immoral, but of course that's only in, to protect ourselves, like from the Iraqis, for example."
That's right. They shouldn't have attacked us.
That's correct. Harkin said he wanted to give Pace a chance to amend his remarks in light of his retirement. It's a matter of leadership, and we have to be careful what we say, Harkin said. Pace noted that the U.S. Military Code of Justice prohibits homosexual activity as well as adultery. Harkin said, well, then maybe we should change that. And General Pace went, like that. Like he hasn't had a good BM in about 20 years. This is a man with very serious problems between the ears. He's worried about activity between the legs.
Right, I imagine he's got problems there, too.
It wouldn't surprise me. All the king's horses, 40 Viagras probably wouldn't get the job done for this old coot. Coot that was. I don't want Beaucamper coming on here sometime.
What word did you say?
Something the Clintons can't face Sharon.
Clinton seek to have Chelsea's picture removed from restaurant. What was that all about? Look at that. Jeannie Most. Oh, she bugs me the most. 995. $998. Chris, we're going to do it. 1,000 votes before 11 o'clock. Not by 11 o'clock, but before 11 o'clock. And then your good friend, did you look it up, by the way, Lucky?
Yeah, I blocked him. He's gone.
Well, what was his story? What was his deal?
I didn't ask him for a story.
Yeah, what's his story, besides being a crazy person and an agent provocateur and a real negatory, one of those soft Floridians that we all hate.
30-something-year-old in Boca, and I blocked him, and off he goes.
38, but not so great.
Don't mess with my buddy.
Retire! Retire! No more of this, no more of that. Yeah. No more messages, by the way, because you're blocked by everybody because they all hate you. And no wonder you're 38 and you're still single and ain't got no, significant other or even insignificant other. Who the hell would want to touch you with a 10-foot pole, huh? And you know what Joel Feinberg said? He wouldn't touch the humper with a 10-foot pole. Let's go find a Polish basketball player, see if he'll touch the humper. What do you think? $9.99. One more, Chris. You're on the verge of greatness. This will be a day that you can be as proud as the NBC Peacock to be working at WQAM. Aren't you proud? Say it loud.
Definitely.
Say it proud. The Miami-Dade Community College graduate that you are. And what kind of crap did you... I don't understand what that means, Sable Chase University.
Sable Chase is the area that it's in. So to make it sound like a nicer place, people
make it sound like a real school?
Sable Chase, exactly.
As opposed to saying Miami-Dade Community. It's like BCC, you know.
Hey,
Don't be knocking BCC. We got a lot of people out there who went to BCC. And you know what? Even somebody who's going to BCC right now.
1,000 votes.
1,000 votes right there at 10:55 on a Thursday. This is the day that changed our lives. Anybody buying that?
No.
No, I'm not. I sure wish it was the day that changed our lives. Maybe I'd win that lottery. Maybe I ought to play the lotto this week. I don't know what it's going to be on Saturday. Probably not more than like 8 or 9 million. If I won that 8 or 9 million... I would come in on Monday morning and sit down here and do a show the likes of which you have never heard. You know that square yellow button you've got? You can't even imagine. Even during the Stern days on this station, even the Duffmeister wasn't pumping that thing as much as you'd have to be.
You sure?
I would let it all loose. What I really feel, what I really think about this outfit and about the way they treat people and about the
shebang?
Shebang, that's right. The whole shebang.
I like that word.
Shebang is in gang bang. 10:56 at 560 WQAM, but we're a lot more mellow now. We're not going to sit here and get all bent. At least I'm not. I'm not going through that crap again because Norma Kent's a jackass. Oh, I don't know how you can say that, Neil. I work so hard. Yeah, right. Delusional. That's what you are, delusional. Fancies himself as an agent. See, I've got a stunt agent, a guy that fancies himself as being one, just like he fancied himself as being a baseball player and like a person, you know. But nevertheless, he's your agent too, and he's done a heck of a job for you.
I know, man. I'm swimming in debt, drowning.
Yours has an agent, man, and as far as that bonus money,
I know. Forget about it.
You beat me to it.
Forget about it.
Because it took me about 2 seconds to cue that up.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
I'd like to fart in Bush's face. I'd like to fart in Bush's face. On behalf of the human race, I'd like to fart in Bush's face. I'd like to show George what I think with a nasty blast of my colon stink. On behalf of the human race, I'd like to fart in Bush's face. On behalf of the human race, I'd like to fart in Bush's face.
All right.
And how dare anyone out there make fun of Britney after all she's been through? She lost her aunt. She went through a divorce. She had 2 kids. Her husband turned out to be a user, a cheater, and now she's going through a custody battle. All you people care about is readers and making money off of her. She's a human! Her song is called Give Me More for a reason, because all you people want is more, 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 more! Leave her alone! You're lucky she even performed for you. Leave Britney alone! When is it professional to publicly bash someone who's going through a hard time? Leave Britney alone! Please! Leave Britney Spears alone right now! I mean it!
Or?
Anyone who has a problem with her, you deal with me.
No, that could be tough. Now listen, you keep forgetting to tell me to remind me to put a trip Q on the end of that Mitch Lewis thing, which obviously
hey,
does
don't
not
forget.
on there. Yeah. You won't do it.
No.
Trip on this. Now listen, anybody who ever complains about our poll, I'm going to read to you right now. Well, it'll take about 2 seconds. I'm going to read you maybe the worst poll in the history of the human race.
I'm ready.
You know, our stiff competition footy that starts every day. He's going to be a talk show host. Oh, he's going to be local talk on IOD. Wow. I don't know whether to scream or eat Chiquita banana. Starting Monday, 9 to noon. That's your real stiff competition. Here's his poll on his website on, what is the website? Footinthemouth.com, something like whatever it is. Listen. Traffic-wise, what's worse, the Palmetto or 595?
Oh, my God.
The Palmetto's got 83.3% of the votes, and on 595's got 16.6%.
What?
Traffic-wise, what's worse, the Palmetto or 595? This makes paper or plastic seem like a revolutionary question.
We're setting the world on fire.
Attaboy, Woody, with poll questions like that, your website should draw a lot of attention, man. I hope everybody looks at it. What's worse, the Palmetto or 595? Which block? See, this is the local angle. We want to get local. It reminds me of a Buddy Bud Paxton, this kind of crap, you know? We got to get those hot button issues, Neil. Get those hot button issues. Yeah, I got a hot button for you, Buddy Bud.
Rectum.
Putty Pud. Jesus, God almighty. Traffic-wise, what's worse, the Palmetto or 595? First of all, as if there's any doubt. In addition to which, if your car breaks down or you get in an accident on the Palmetto, nobody speaks English. At least on 595, you might luck out and find somebody speaking English. Palmetto. Who in their right mind goes on the Palmetto anyway?
Me?
You do?
Sometimes.
For what?
To get to places. Sometimes
like
I gotta go down south.
Where would you go to be on the Palmetto?
My family lives in Kendall and
Coral
Gables.
Them.
Thank you very much.
Who wants to go see them?
Me?
I mean, 595, that goes anywhere you want to go. Traffic-wise, what's worse? I'm saving this, baby. I am saving this. This is a gem, Footy. You've really done it now. You have really opened up your pantaloonies, dropped them to the floor, and bent over and showed both cheeks to the entire universe with a stellar pool like that. What's worse, the Palmetto or... What's worse, Federal Highway or the Rickenbacker Causeway? What's worse, Federal Highway or the 17th Street Causeway? What's worse? What's the use? Look at that. We got 1,045 votes on the poll. That's pretty heavy duty, Chris. Our goal today is 55,000.
Okay.
And if we get one less than that, we're going to be pretty PO'd, and we're all going to go over and vote on Footy's poll. What a jackass. I mean, for the one with the AK-47, that wasn't bad enough. And, of course, the result on it was really grotesque. But traffic-wise, what's worse? You know something? I'm ready to give up. I'm not talking about on the show. I mean, just in life. I'm just...
Well, stop going back to that...
What?
Stop going back to that page, although it does make you feel better.
What do you mean by that? Better about us?
Yeah.
I mean, we get people who complain bitterly, even though we at least make an effort, we make an attempt. Let's come up with something different, something new, something, or if it's not something we haven't done before, they'll change it a little bit, mix and match, something, a little something. That might be interesting, might be provocative, might be mind-challenging, might just be something. And that's something, all right. We can't say the word on the air. It's Schmidt. Pure, smelly pile of Schmidt is what that is. Footy. God. I got to get out of that place. I got to get on the air. Like Ashtabula, Ohio sounds good. How about WIMA in Lima, Ohio? Nothing would be finer than beyond
Lima in Lima?
Yeah, I almost took a job there in Lima. The owner of the station wanted to hire me, but the PD didn't want to hire me because I was fag.
I see.
I don't know what it was. It was really interesting. I'm there in Lima, Ohio, on a phone, on a payphone, and the owner of the station is talking to me, and oh yeah, Neil, you're great. We really want to have you. We want you to start like next Monday. And but do me a favor, call my program director, Jim Schmedrick, and this guy didn't want anything to do with me. And so I'm like caught in the crosshairs between the owner and the PD. I still to this day I have no idea what it was all about. And obviously it was a very career devastating move for me to be not hired in Lima, Ohio, which I have a feeling isn't too far from Findlay, Ohio, the hometown of Joe Marsh Jr. And you're probably thinking, who the hell is Joe Marsh Jr.? I bet you George knows.
What?
Joe Marsh Jr.
Harness driver?
Yeah, see, there you go, harness driver. Not just a harness driver, one of my all-time heroes, man, one of my favorites.
Really?
Joe
Even
Marsh Jr.
Better than Wally Hennessy?
Oh, way much better. Are you kidding me? Wally Hennessy, my ass. How's it going, Wally? Wally's okay. He's pretty good. But he ain't no Joe Marsh Jr. Which of these do you care about least? Paris Hilton, 242. Britney Spears, 223. O.J. Simpson, 169. Lindsay Lohan, 144. The Gina 6, 100. Sports, 87. The GM strike. Look how many
about 30, man.
care least about that. Global warming, 29. Politics, 21. And the economy, only 4 out of 1,049. Only 4 vote. And those people must either be so poverty-stricken that they live in a dumpster, or they're like maybe billionaires. Maybe, like Joel Feinberg.
By the way, food's here, and not a moment too soon.
Well, good. Boy, the food sure got there nice and early. That's
good.
So you can chow down
over
and
here.
you can talk all about it and get everybody whipped up into a frenzy, so that in 50 minutes when these things go on sale to the general public out there on our QAM.com, they're going to hop them up like crazy.
All for me.
How many we got? 100 every now. We're going to go through that battle again and Chris is going to say, well, we got 100. It's going to take a long time.
Oh, that he's touching the microphone with greasy fingers.
Oh, no. I can smell it.
That's all right. You used to do that, too.
What?
Touch all the controls with greasy fingers.
Who used to do that?
You used to do that.
Are you talking about the olive oil? It wasn't grease.
Both, all of it. All of the above. You used to eat right there on the board. You'd throw the bones right on the board.
Some kind of a slob or something the way
you
talk.
Yes.
Which I am. So what about
And then I'd go and run the board after you, and it'd be all oily and schmutzed up.
And don't forget when I used to smear the olive oil on
I'll never forget.
And then you'd start sliding around in there.
Right.
Oh. Smearing olive oil on my feet. Something wasn't a bad idea. I might just go and do it right now.
Yeah, you might as well. You're home.
I got some of my slippers. Now let's see, which hotel did I steal these from?
I don't know, Ritz-Carlton.
No, from NH Hotel. So these are from Amsterdam. These are from the Krasnopolski in Amsterdam. When's your next trip to Amsterdam, by the way?
When you pay for it.
12 minutes after 11 at 560 WQAM
guess it'll be a while.
direction.
Neil? God?
This is Eyewitness News.
It now appears that Senator Larry Craig may not go quietly after all. A half hour before announcing his intent, he left this message, apparently meant for his lawyer, at the wrong number.
Billy, this is Larry Craig calling.
I am gay.
I seek activity in bathrooms. I lower my pants, spread my legs.
I hope Idahoans will allow me to continue serving gay people at the Minneapolis airport.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, my God. I have just done a little bit of research. You know me with the numbers. It's the poll numbers and the this number and a good number and a bad number. I just did some research, and you know something? I think we're going to commit group suicide on the air. Remember Harry Carey?
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the Japanese version. I'm looking back on our website at the hits and at the reads on the bedtime stories.
Okay.
I know you're eating food, so you don't really care that much, but I think you may lose your appetite. So
Try me. Try me.
May 29th. Trust and Betrayal. We had 1,592 reads on that. Iraq beginning to export fighters to nearby countries and beyond. 1404. Cheney criticizes Geneva Conventions. 1298. The top stories read on that day, we had 649, 449, 441, 422, 389, 374, etc. Okay? That was on May 29. On July 17, the top story, wrong again, Bush's logic and ours, 902. The second most read story had 840, then 752, 622. You following these numbers?
No.
You need to.
Why?
You need to. You're
why do you want to depress me? I don't care.
Yeah, I don't want to depress you. I want to bring you into the reality of the situation which we find ourselves in. I
already
July
know.
19th.
We're not going to get bonus. That's
July 19th. Al-Qaeda comeback angers war critics. 929. The second most. The big lie. George W. Bush. 899. 848. 731. Okay. Now.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
If you bring it up to date, this is just a few months ago. Okay. Now, if you bring it up to here following that grotesque August, I don't know what you did in August, baby. I'm going to blame you for it.
Okay.
No, I'll take the blame. I mean, like right now, the top story, Dan Rather tased and confused, which is a good story. I read it yesterday. 96 is all it's got. 96 reads. The top one yesterday, 215. Only one with even 200 reads on it, and we're talking we had 15, 1,600, 900. What about 2 days ago? 208. Oh, my God, how the mighty have fallen. We got nobody on our website, baby. We got nobody on our website.
No.
Reading those bedtime stories. Why do I even put Josh Cordes through the motions? I mean, at least it's an excuse to give him a little money every now and then. But other than that, I guess
there you go.
It's an exercise. It's a freaking exercise, this thing. That's what we're doing on that website on NeilRogers.com. We may have to shut the whole damn thing off again. And I'm not talking about back in the day when we had the nude pictures on there. Forget about that. I'm talking about now. Now.
Yeah.
Let me go back and look a little bit. Let's see. What's the date today? Let's look before August. Well, I already did that. Let's look like at on the 23rd of July. And you were probably on that day anyway. It was it was a Monday. 26th of July. And 32,000 people checked out our website that day. 32,000 visits. You following that?
No.
You better start listening to this because you're going to get all depressed and bummed out.
That's why I don't want to.
Well, I want you to be.
Oh, great,
862 people. I did have sexual relations with that woman was the title of the top story on there. 862. This is on July 23rd. Wow. And what day of the week was that, the 23rd? I'll tell you what day it was. It was a Monday. Which means you were on. You were doing the show. I was only doing Tuesday and Thursday that month. You were on. Now, maybe it's me. You think that's it? Let's check the next day. Maybe it's me. If that's the case, I'll walk out of here right now.
No.
What?
You're not walking out.
Don't walk out. I got to finish lunch.
24th, okay? That would have been a Tuesday. That would have been me. All about me. Still 31,000 visitors to the site, so I didn't chase them all away that day. And let's see about the bedtime stories on that day, the 24th. Here comes the deal. 738 reads. 712, 532. A little bit of a drop there, George.
Yeah.
And that was me. Here's George.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
I'm under the judge.
And on Thursday, it's the same. 31,000 people visiting that thing. We haven't had 31,000 since before Jesus was a baby. since that horrible August that you set me up for. That's what it's all about. Were you spinning wax or what?
You know I wasn't.
Were you playing waxy sound effects? What were you doing?
I was eating wax.
Jesus, this sounds like the House of Wax. September 18. Now, what day of the week was that? That was a Tuesday. Let's see. 19,983 on the visits to the site, so you can see way down yonder in New Orleans. What day is that? I don't remember what day it was. 9/19. And look at that. The most read story on that date was 203. Then 171, 161. We're talking about the NeilRogers.com site having vanished into thin air. Why aren't you people reading those stories? You are? Well, that's all we got left. I'm going to sit down on the floor and just cry like a baby.
Bring the mic.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I mean, you know, we were aware of it, but never did I look at those. I mean, I had forgotten those salad days, you know, not that long ago, when our site was like a magnet for zillions of people out there. Zillions, gazillions, which is way more than billions or even trillions, even more than Bush is wasting your money flushing it down the toilet in Iraq, killing all them people. And Chris, what's he worried about? He's worried about the stinking stupid-ass poll, you know?
Yeah, I know. What can I say?
We got 1,075 votes on here. If the poll was a barometer of the people we had listening out there, we'd be kicking big ass. But based on that last trend that we just saw, and based on these numbers I see on here, we're kicking ass all right, our own. September 25, politics in black and white, 208 to top a read, as opposed to 700, 800, 900 people. So either that or maybe because I'm reading the stories on the air. That could be it. I doubt it. You think that's it?
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, that must be it. They don't need to read them because I'm reading them on the air. Not.
That's my excuse.
I was doing it back then, too. I've been doing this a long time. And then every now and then, one of you fakers talks me into taking calls again, and it's a bad mistake. And in a day or two, I say, oh, I don't want to do that no more. And I go back to this. That is shocking, is what it is. Criminal. It's like a message. It's like somebody's holding up a big sign, a neon sign in the sky. And what are we going to do about it?
I know. Nothing.
Right. Good guess. We're going to continue coming in and showing up and doing the damn best we can. That's all we can do.
I know what I'm going to do about it.
We'll take full responsibility for it, though.
I'm going to eat another
rib. Good friend Lucky said, pathetic, polls and mailing it in, retire. Like that. Suspended NFL quarterback Michael Vick must adhere to tightened restrictions after he tested positive for marijuana use, a federal judge said yesterday. Poor Michael Vick. Michael Motorcycle. Vick tested positive for the drug September 13, a court document from the Eastern District of Virginia shows. As a result, U.S. District Judge Henry Hudson ordered Vick to submit to any method of testing required by the pretrial services officer or the supervising officer for determining whether the defendant is using a prohibited substance. Those methods could include random drug testing, a remote alcohol testing system, and or any form of prohibited substance screening or testing, the order said. Vick, 27, must participate in substance abuse therapy and mental health counseling if deemed advisable by the pretrial services officer or supervising officer at his own expense, the order said. Vick is also ordered to stay home between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., or as directed by the pretrial services officer or supervising officer, the order said. He is to be electronically monitored during that time. The conditions are to apply until Vick's sentencing, which is set for the 10th of Diciembre. Let's see what this hot fax is here. Now, this is a joke.
You know, I wish it was.
Well, what is this? I'm not reading this. This has got to be a joke.
It's FYI. That's what he titled the subject.
Yeah.
Your agent.
Am I supposed to read this?
I don't know. At your leisure.
I don't know. I would bother Neil with this, but I thought you gave a kick out of it, and he sent it to you. I would bother Neil with this.
I would.
I don't really care. Okay,
I'd bother
Norma.
you with it.
I'm not reading this on the air.
Of course you're not. Of course you're not.
It looks to me like Norma's maybe smoking a little too much funny weed again or something like that.
It's nice to share.
Talk about a man of... Oh, and look at how long this thing is.
Oh, yeah.
It goes on and on and on. You know, if Norma Kent was less obsessed with this particular individual who these pages are all about and more concerned with, like, really being an agent and doing something constructive as opposed to destroying my relationship with my employers, maybe something positive would come out. But instead of that, he's emailing to you because he knows that if he emailed it directly to me, I'd be pissed off and fired up. And he didn't email it directly to me, and I'm still pissed off and fired up. Norma, you idiot.
You fairy.
But we got 1,080 votes on the poll. I think we ought to stop talking about the poll. I'm just going to put it up there and not talk. Let's talk about the bedtime stories.
Okay.
If we can't get at least 300 reads on our top story today, I'm not coming in tomorrow. I'll tell you that. Never on a Friday.
The best
talent.
Neil Rogers.
What do you say?
560 QAM.
Joe Bell
Force leader.
Meridians, dumb as dirt.
Hey, Rocky! Watch me blow a hole in the ozone!
Again?
Messed it up my sleeve. Presto!
Oh, Winkle, that's disgusting.
It could have been worse. It could have come out the other end. Talk about an inconvenient tooth.
I don't know why I keep gaining weight.
A recent study shows that obesity can be caused by a virus.
Really? Like catching a cold?
And that's why there's all new Fat Quill.
Fat Quill?
Fat Quill kills the virus that causes obesity, so you don't have to do a thing.
Wow, great!
Fat Quill, the mealtime snarfing, snacking, munching, gorging, stuffed gut, double lard so you don't have to exercise medicine.
As a matter of fact, the next story, more skinny on fat cells from the Nation, fits right in with that. Isn't that appropriate? I just looked, I was scouring over all of those stats, during the break.
Okay.
I've got a gun here. I would put it in my mouth and kill myself without Phil Spector. I think what we need to do is take some calls.
Take all these now that are ringing.
Well, there aren't any now because I said we aren't going to take any more. But I guarantee you that once the delay catches up, if I say 5670560 and pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line, I'll bet you they'll light up like a Hanukkah bush. Or not. And, of course, if they don't, you know what that means.
What, nothing?
Yeah, it means there ain't nobody out there. We're talking to ourselves. Although, something getting paid for talking amongst ourselves. And every now and then Chris throws in some stupid thing,
What can I say?
Can't be all that bad. I don't see anything happening now. Now, how long of a delay are we on now?
About
30
40 seconds. Well, it's 30 with this delay. Then we have like a 10-second digital delay. So it's about 40 seconds.
Yeah, well, look at that. We got the first call on line 9. You know who it is. Yeah, right. Oh. See? Your good close personal friend.
Yeah, my buddy. No, he's Miguel's friend.
Miguel's closest personal friend, the stalker.
I don't feel bad. Miguel is a much better looking guy, so, I just have to deal with that.
That's true. Yeah, if I was going to stalk one of the two of you, it sure wouldn't be you.
No, thank God.
Hello.
Glad to see you came to your senses.
Yeah, right. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Haitians, Jamaicans, and Cubans. Haitians, Jamaicans, and Cubans. Haitians, Jamaicans, and Cubans. I love Haitians, Jamaicans, and Cubans.
WQAM, hello.
You guys aren't talking to yourselves. Just not all of us have an opportunity to call in from work to talk nonsense. But we're listening. We're out there.
We're talking to ourselves, man.
No, you're not talking to yourself. At least at my work, there's 3 or 4 people as come and go, and they're always listening. Even my customers are listening. So yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh,
take a survey for me, pal. Call me next week. I want to know the survey.
Not only that, but being in Hialeah, you go over real well over here. My customers stare at the radio and go, "What are you listening to?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
KS.
Exactly.
See you, pally. Hasta luego.
All right, bye.
Hasta que me olvides. 1094 on the poll. We got almost 1,100 now. But we're kicking ass on that poll. Of course, that doesn't really mean anything. And the fact that I keep talking about it is probably a negatory thing. But you know what? I really don't care. Just give me the money, Joe. Just give me the damn money. No, there was this tremendous... And it wasn't when I came back either, because I wanted to look at to see if I should take it personal, And you were doing fine, like in middle August. Then all of a sudden it was like, like they turned on us like a cornered rat. Like late in August. What were you doing? Were you spinning wax?
No. I was spinning my wheels, obviously.
WQAM, hello. Maybe they just got tired of you or something like that.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe they're tired of all of us. Maybe that might be it.
That could be.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes.
Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for making the call,
if it doesn't work out, you can always go work for the post office because you're mailing it in, baby.
WQAM, hello. That's your buddy Lucky, by the way. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, what's going on?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, your numbers are going down because all the poll talks. You're mailing it in with the polls.
Oh, here's the mail in with a pull. Don't you have any original ideas in your mind, sir? I bet you even when you fart, it smells like somebody else's.
It does.
Yeah, I'm sure. Probably your boyfriend. WQAM, hello.
We love you, George.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, is this Neil?
Yes?
Did anybody call you about Luis Miguel in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago?
What about Luis Miguel in Las Vegas?
We happened to be out there vacationing, didn't know about him appearing there, and he appeared at the theater where Celine Dion usually appears for 3 nights.
God.
Phenomenal.
Dion.
Two and a half hour
show.
show.
Want to invade Canada, Celine Dion.
2.5 hour show.
Yeah, I saw him in Vegas at Caesars, as a matter of fact. I saw him a few years ago. He's great.
Yeah, absolutely one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Well, good. Too bad Celine Dion had to ruin it for you. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Don't go back to Vegas. 5670560. See, isn't this a lot more fun than sitting here reading all this ponder? I'm not reading any more stories.
Okay.
You believe that?
Read me a story, Grandma.
I'm playing it by ear, baby. I'm playing it by rear. Look at the way those phones are smoking. These are people who have been repressed because I've held them back by keeping that monitor in the dark in the black position. WQAM, hello.
Well, it's definite proof that
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
Have you seen Susan Gray up there anywhere?
WQAM, hello.
Hi, this is Sonny Fox.
QAM, hello.
Neil, I think that you really need to get...
Speaking of that thing with the holes in it, sir, it's called a phone.
I think you really need to get someone who has more telecommunications experience because I really like to know, what did Norma ever do to you?
WQAM, hello.
I like to put Montreal steak seasoning on my...
Rectum. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Norma.
WQAM, hello.
Let's hear the Buckingham.
WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil, hola, my nigga.
Hola. Oh, dump that.
Done.
I mean, I know what he means, but you can't be saying that, okay? Even if you mean it like in a really humorous, friendly, amusing way, you know? Like a salutation. You can't say the N word. Unless it's in a news story, which we had the other day. Maybe I'll just read the news story again. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil. Thank you for taking calls today. I love Stugatz. I love Stugatz.
Oh, it's the Stugatz bitch again. I love Stugatz. I love Stugatz. Yeah. Well, that's probably as good as you can do, honey. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay, sir.
Good. Quick story for you. Your good friend, the Pastor Kennedy. I'd gone to visit a doctor friend of mine the other day, and we got discussing Pastor Kennedy, and he said,
he is still dead, by the way, isn't he? He's still dead.
Yeah, he's still dead, that's for sure. I was going to tell you how he died, which was kind of amusing.
Really?
Apparently, just after Christmas, he had a heart attack or something or other. They put a pacemaker in, and he was doing a little bit better. He was home a few weeks ago, decided he'd have some lunch, took a hot dog out of the fridge, threw it in the microwave, turned the microwave on, and boom, there went the pacemaker.
All right, excellent. It sounds like an act of God.
Oh, I don't know. I can't tell you for sure it's true, but he told me as if it was, and he's a doctor here in Lauderdale. But I thought that was an amusing story you might enjoy.
It's a wonderful story, and it made my whole day. Thank you so much, sir.
Goodbye, Pally.
Nothing like putting a weenie in the microwave and then having a heart attack. I might just do that now, have a little lunch while you guys are eating. And we only got 22 minutes to go until we put those certificates on sale. We got 100 of them, Chris, or what?
Yes.
$50 certificates for $25 to landlubbers. I can't speak. I'm tongue-tied because of the tremendous response here. Somebody better get on that website, though, neilrogers.com. That's what we need to do. Because you know what a pain in the ass it is with those bedtime stories. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Scouring and reading and Smirking Chimp and Common Dreams and New York Times and this one and that one and Boston Globe and Herald and Sun Sentinel and this and that and beep beep and Buzz Flash and Buzz this and Buzz Aldrin and And if nobody's going to read it, we don't need it. It's not like an ego thing. If nobody's interested, that's fine. We'll just put the funny pages on or something like that.
Biggest
Screw it.
The best.
Just screw it.
This is Neil Rogers.
I'm making a weenie now.
560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Wanna die.
Real American a-holes. Real American a-holes. We salute you.
Mr. Guy who still thinks Bush is doing a good job?
Mr. Guy who still thinks Bush is...
You commute to work with a smile on your face as you pay $3.78 a gallon and adjust the plastic Jesus on your dashboard.
Hallelujah now!
Bush's approval ratings are at an all-time low. But you don't care. You're a red stater, and Brokeback Mountain never played a theater near you.
Don't watch Bravo either.
There's no such thing as global warming. Those sinners in New Orleans got what they deserve. And yes, the Earth was created in 7 days.
Don't tell me that it's evolution.
The war in Iraq is a noble fight. And by golly, one day we'll find those nasty weapons of mass destruction. So we salute you, Mr. Guy who still thinks Bush is doing a good job, your gas-guzzling SUV, your 2.2 children, and your ignorance. You are a real American a-hole.
And I forgot to go out and make a weenie during the break. That's bad.
Oh, damn
It's 11:45, 15 till noon at QM. 15 minutes before we start. Now, how's the food and what are you guys eating, etc. from Lana?
Well, I had ribs, some nice chicken Caesar basil salad. I'm not sure what it was, and now I'm having some peel and eat shrimp.
Mm. And
it's good.
See ya. Lakshmi Chowdhury.
Huh?
That's the name of the person who wrote this on The Nation. Lakshmi Chowdhury. More skinny on fat cells. This is very short. We don't want to get into a whole thing about, especially when we're talking about food, you know. Here are two more interesting articles on the bane of our collective existence, body weight. First up is the New York Magazine article titled The Scientist and the Stairmaster, which makes the provocative argument that there is very little correlation between weight loss and exercise. That's exceptionally bad news for someone who's pregnant and required to gain at least 25 pounds. The article is adapted from a new book, Good Calories, Bad Calories, Challenging the Conventional Wisdom on Diet, Weight Control, and Disease by Gary Taubes, who writes, this isn't to say that there aren't excellent reasons to be physically active, as these reports invariably point out. We might just enjoy exercise. We may increase our overall fitness. We may live longer. Perhaps by reducing our risk of heart disease or diabetes, we'll probably feel better about ourselves. Of course, this may be purely a cultural phenomenon. It's hard to imagine that the French, for example, would improve their self-esteem by spending more time at the gym. But there's no reason to think that we'll lose any significant amount of weight and little reason to think we'll prevent ourselves from gaining it. Next is a new ad campaign by the Italian label Nolita. It features a severely anorexic actress posing naked, accompanied by the slogan, No Anorexia. French actress Isabella Cotto weighs a little over 68 pounds, looks simply hideous, at least to the untutored eye, though Italian medical experts claim the ad will actually encourage young girls to look more like Cotto. I find that hard to believe, but take a look and decide for yourself. There's a link here, and you can take a look. She's 68 pounds, soaking wet.
Yummy.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. This thing is staggering. And if you were more a student of the stats, you would have seen it on your own. You'd have said, boy, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know what the hell happened there at the end of August before the old man came back. I think it was sabotage.
Okay.
Is that what it was?
Must have been.
And what's the story with the signal? Can anybody hear us anymore?
I don't know.
I keep hearing all these stories about
That's right.
Castro interference and like that. I hope those are just bad rumors. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, I'm calling you with a cancer buzzer on my neck. How are you?
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil, I might have missed yesterday. What station did you say Bob and Tom's coming to yesterday?
I didn't say they're coming to anybody. I said they're going off whichever one they were in Palm Beach.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about it.
Old Ron and Ancient Paul on there instead in Palm Beach.
That'll put me to sleep.
I just don't understand that move at all.
Well, they need brain surgeons.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
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 Hi, Neil. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm down in Key West with my boyfriend, and we're sitting around with a cocktail on our nuts.
WQAM, hello.
A lot of toe tapping going on down there with you.
It sounds like it, yeah. QAM, hello.
How you doing?
Okay.
I have a couple quick comments. I'll hang up.
Yeah.
Had a controversial.
Oh, controversial. Yeah, there he is. WQAM, hello.
It puts the ratings in the basket.
In the toilet, yeah. WQAM, hello.
could you tell me what station has good talk radio on right now? Because this one, evidently, there's none. Do you know where there is some?
No.
No joke, because this is crap.
That must be your boyfriend again. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you this morning?
Okay, sir.
Hey, listen, I'm another one of those who's having it seems to only have difficulty getting your show on the air. Mad Dog's show comes in nice and clear, and the morning show comes in clear, and for some reason, you guys get gargled and the signal gets lost.
Really?
And yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure, but like the last 40 minutes of your show, I was listening for 2 or 3 minutes, couldn't stand anymore, because the words were all like gargled together. It was like a reverb or something. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
And
sounds like sabotage to me.
Bingo. Well, listen, I'll listen to you regardless. I could care.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, somebody called about that. Remember yesterday you were telling me that... what was that all about? What was going on?
We don't know. The HD aspect of it screwed everything up or something like that.
Well, what the hell does that mean, the HD? Nobody's got any HD radios. Nobody is listening to HD. So, in other words, they're potchking around with our signal now. We don't have enough other albatrosses around our necks?
Well, I guess even though no one has HD, it goes through an HD broadcast or something. So that screwed up the regular broadcast or something. I don't know. Corsa was telling me something. I didn't really understand it.
Jesus K. Christ. The good news never stops coming. And Norma Kent, he's busy sending me articles about the evil one again. Pages and pages and pages of swill, of crap, of nonsense. This is how my attorney spends his time. Worrying, obsessing. I think the two of them ought to elope together, him and his arch rival there. They ought to elope. Jesus, God almighty, Norma, you are as useless as breasts on a damn ballpoint pen. WQAM, hello.
Neil, how's it going?
Okay, sir, what do you got?
This is going to make your day. A new low for the Pines Pigs, or Pigs Report. Going eastbound as you exit I-75. They have a stop sign as you get off the expressway. There's 5 cops giving tickets. So when you don't make the stop, who has a stop sign as you come off the exit ramp?
We're 75 and where?
75 going eastbound on Sheridan Street.
Yeah.
The Pines cops. There's no crime in Pembroke Lakes Mall. People aren't getting robbed in Pembroke Pines, but it takes 7 Pines cops to give tickets for not stopping as you're going 45 miles an hour off the exit ramp. Way to go,
Pines.
Well,
as they say in Finland, hubben and dreared.
Pines pigs suck.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Chris.
WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hi. I've been listening to your program for 31 years. Currently 72.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you still there?
Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah. I just...
Not anymore, you're not. WQAM, hello.
Hi. About 80 miles from the Dade Valley line, and the radio sounds fine up here.
You're what? How are you?
I'm on the way to Orlando, and I'm about 90 miles from Dade Valley line.
Yeah, well, get the mush out of your mouth. WQAM, hello.
Morning, Neil.
Morning, sir.
Hey, I was just wondering, not hearing George much lately, but I wanted to do some of that roller skating with him and his crew. I was wondering if we could get a hamstring update and if he's going to be...
Going tonight for the first time in 2 months.
You're going to?
Tonight. I'll be there.
Oh, cool. How's it feel?
Not
Mike,
great,
you want to
fine.
feel it? How does it feel?
You can feel it when he shows up.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Yeah, give it a squeeze when you show up, and the hamstring, too. Wow. Uh-oh, bomb squad and police. Where's this?
Nationwide. It's a situation we will
Suspicious package during a routine baggage check. Where? Oh, jeez. Why won't they tell us where? What they usually say at the bottom on the crawler? That damn Tony Harris, man. He makes me very, very angry. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neely.
Yeah.
What's the dealie? Hey, I know where that stop sign is on Sheridan.
Yeah.
And they were doing some construction there, and now that's why they put the stop sign up, and now the construction is over. But they're still writing tickets there for the
it's good for business.
Yeah. The signal is swallowing and gargling.
Yeah. Yeah, swallow and gargle this. WQAM, hello.
Good night, George.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, Sonny Fox. Why is George so anti-hetero?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, I got nothing to say today.
QAM, hello.
Neil.
Yeah.
That was the best. That guy that just called up about the hamstring, That
It's
was
Reverend
the
Jones.
best. I'll never forget that in my life. That was
Well,
almost...
good. Well, why now? Why do you keep doing that? You do that all the time, Reverend Jones. Who cares?
Okay.
At least that was a somewhat different version of the voice.
No.
Not much different.
No.
Yeah, it was. Slightly.
No.
Slight variation on the theme.
Nah.
Yes. Fair. WQAM, hello.
It's time to play the Name the Bird contest. Are you ready to...
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay, sir.
I just snorted a Roxycontin, and I'm flying, man.
WQAM, hello.
Hello. This is
Hello.
Steve Kane Auto Detailing. I'm sending my technician, Brian Craig, over, and I'd like to know, do you want rally wax or a turtle wax?
Oh, no. I think we got waxy buildup myself. Won't be long before, what's his name, Joel Feinberg calls back in again, will it? WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, right there. That's the reason. George just kills the show.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hola.
Neil, how's it going, Neil?
Okay.
First time I'm calling, long time listener, just to let you know the N-word did get out on the air.
Yeah.
That's all I got, Neil. Have a
Okay,
nice
we don't care. Big deal. WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes?
did you know Kenny Walker's on the coast?
Yes, I talked about it yesterday, as a matter of fact. We're on top of that radio crap.
All right. I got nothing else. I'll hang
How's
up
he
and listen.
doing? How's he doing? Is he reading the 3x5 cards good?
I don't listen to it. I just was zooming by the other day, and I heard him that he was going to be on at 1 or something.
Does he have Alex Marvez on with him yet, or what?
Not yet, but with the other guy, Skolnick, whatever, he's coming on pretty soon.
Ethan Skolnick. He's going to do a big BM right there in the studio, and then deservedly so. Attaboy, Ethan. Drop the big bomb. 1,135 votes on the poll. Boy, we skated right past 1,100. I didn't even notice because I'm not going to pay any attention to the poll anymore. You know what? It's 4 minutes till noon. You know what that means. In noon, 4 minutes away, we open up the deal. Neil's deal.
This is Brady Quinn. Whenever I shave my balls, I listen to the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
This is Dan Rather, formerly of the CBS Evening News, and now just another semi-retired senior citizen with a honey-do list. I've gone from interviewing world leaders and commentating on the biggest issues of our time to sitting in my car waiting for my wife outside the dress barn. Who do I blame for my sudden and jarring juxtaposition? CBS. I have filed a $70 million lawsuit against my former network, its parent company, Viacom, and my 3 former bosses. This thing is going to make the IMIS lawsuit look like a case in front of Judge Joe Brown. I was made a scapegoat and completely discredited for a story I did on President Bush's National Guard service. Now, whether or not I lied or completely fabricated the entire story is irrelevant. The point is, I'm Dan Rather. I took over for Walter Cronkite, for Christ's sake. And who took over for me? A former morning show cookie party girl with a propensity for horn players and cheese fries. Dan Rather has never eaten food with his fingers. It's just not becoming. CBS treated me like a weatherman from Wichita, and they say my lawsuit is without merit. I say we settle by Halloween, or I'd do in a sandwich baggie and light it on fire on the CBS front porch. My days used to be filled with important meetings and life or death decisions. Now, I'm forced to babysit the grandbabies and take Cialis on the rare occasion the moment is right. If I would have still been in the anchor chair and CBS would have asked me to go to Iraq, I would have gone, but I never would have worn a bulletproof vest like a baby. At this point, I would normally use one of my witty, entertaining metaphors. But unfortunately, due to the lack of outside stimuli, my brain is slowly turning into a rotten tuna salad sandwich left on a picnic table on a 90-degree day. For now, this is Dan Rather signing off. And if any of my former 3 bosses from CBS are listening in, I want to tell you I will fight this injustice until the day they lower me into the ground and cover me with worm-infested soil. Even then, I'll come back as an angry lost soul, perhaps on the TV show Ghost Whisperer, Friday nights at 8 on CBS. You see, even pissed off, I'm promoting. Because you can't kill Dan Rather. You can only make him stronger. Kanye West told me that. And you can be my Black Kate Moss tonight. Dan Rather. Respect.
Can you believe it? Okay, 12:03, and Brandon tells me Bob and Tom are replacing Lex and Terry on WZZR in Palm Beach 94.3. So there's the answer to that guy, the Bob and Tom fan.
There
Lex
you go.
and Terry, my ass. Well, I'll tell you, this thing is a little on the slow side again, Chris. We got 100 of these certificates for
landlubbers.
Landlubbers. Just relax. I'm on top of it, okay? Just don't get all panicky. We got 71 left.
Correct.
Well, that's not the way these usually go. They usually go in big chunks. By now, ordinarily, we'd be down to like 45, 30, something like that. 70, like I said. They're going by the ones. So we'll because I don't want to have a bunch left over like Stu Gotts.
That won't happen.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, brother!
567-0560, pound 560 of the Verizon and Singular wireless line, the day that we brought the phone calls back, permanently, by the way. What?
No, I'm excited.
You're excited? You hate the phone calls.
Oh, yeah, you could tell the sarcasm there?
You hate the callers. That's what it is. Hate.
No, just 4 of them.
That's all we got.
I know.
And we still have 70 certificates to sell here. $50 certificates for $25 to landlubbers. And we got 70 left. I don't care what Chris says. Chris just talks a lot of crap, out his ass. Oh, no, it's not going to happen. You won't have a... Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, when you do it often enough and you see that they usually go... By this time, by 12:04, there'd maybe be 15 or 20 left, 70?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? I'm talking... Which word don't you understand?
There might be 15 left if there's 50.
No, if there's 100.
No.
I keep clicking it, refreshing it, yanking it, twisting it, bending it.
How long did it take last week?
Pushing it, pulling it. What?
How long did it take
But
last
not
week?
like this. Not like this. Not 70 still unsold. Oh, my God. I think it's time for an on-the-air Howard Beale suicide. WQAM, hello.
There might be 15 left.
Come on, asshole.
WQAM, hello.
My name is Joe. Last name Mama.
WQAM, hello.
I just ran that stop sign at Sheridan.
WQAM, not there. 567-0560, pound 560 in the Verizon and Singular wireless line. Well, we got a lot of work to do, and that's not in my vocabulary. Although, you know what Bruce Beasley says? He believes in an honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
Really?
I believe in a dishonest day's work for a
He doesn't spend a lot of time in his building, then.
66 is what we got left. And Chris is trying to tell me, I mean, I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. My old-timers hasn't kicked in. We never had this kind of a source before. Where like way more than half are still remaining at the 12:06, 6 minutes past noon, and now we're back up to 67. So we're going in the wrong direction. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
I'm in for a McRock house. Yeah.
WQAM, hello.
You remember the good old doo-wop shows you used to do? Cry, cry, and
WQAM, hello.
Retire.
WQAM, hello.
I'm a lamb.
WQAM, hello.
How come when you need to write something, you write it down, but when you're in trouble, you get written up?
WQAM, hello.
Eagle Andy in Canada.
WQAM, hello. Maybe we can hear from all of them. The one good thing about the callers is that no matter, I've told you this the other day, no matter what, under any circumstances, they're always there. You could, not take calls for 2 years, and then all of a sudden, hey, we're taking calls today, here's the numbers, and they're all the same ones back again. 67 still unsold. And Chris is giving me a song and dance. Oh, you'll get them all sold by, yeah, right. You should live so long, man. One thing about you, you're a slow learner.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh, I have this story about the nuns, but I guess I could do it now. I mean, well, it's the way it goes.
Story.
6 Catholic nuns have been excommunicated for heresy after refusing to give up membership in a Canadian sect whose founder claims to be possessed by the Virgin Mary, the Diocese of Little Rock announced yesterday. The Reverend Gaston Hebert, the diocese administrator, said he notified the nuns of the decision Tuesday night after they refused to recant the teachings of the Community of the Lady of All Nations, also known as the Army of Mary. The Vatican has declared all members of the Army of Mary excommunicated. Hebert said the excommunication was the first in the diocese's 165-year history. It's a painfully historic moment for this church, he said. bada beep, bada boop, bada bop. Well, that's good. I already got it in my file, and it wasn't very exciting. A-beer. And there's more? You're sending me 2 pages of that crap? My God, what is wrong with you? Let me click this again. I'm sure that we're down to like about, C66 now. We sold 1. This, I wouldn't even call this a response. This is like an act of defiance by the audience. 66 out of 100 are still unsold at 12:08. What do you think of that, Duff? Hey, Duff.
You fairy.
WQAM, hello.
I'm so hot I could cook a raw hot dog in my rectum. Like,
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I want to talk to Neil.
Yeah, speaking.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Is this Neil, really?
Yes, what do you got?
It's not Neil. I want to talk to Neil.
Okay. WQAM, hello.
Normal female checking in from Coral Springs.
Wow.
Yeah. That's about all I had, though. I just want to let you know that one of us out here is normal.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Bye. Sounds like she's taking a shot at our good close friends on the phone there. That's evil. A normal lady in Coral Springs. 66 still unsold. I think I'm going on strike.
I got 63.
3 now. I know. I just... Listen.
What?
Just relax.
I got
relax, like me. Calm down. You are so freaking hyper today. Somebody would think you're doing a whole lot of drugs or something. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Neil, did you read about that story in the paper about that priest that was possessed by the Queen Mother Mary?
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yeah.
Were you in Boston about 25 years ago?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
You picked me up on a ride to B-Town.
Yeah, right.
I was...
WQAM, hello.
Yes, this is the manager for Galaxy Skate, and we have...
WQAM, hello.
First time listener, first time caller. What's the deal, like, with all these prank calls? Like, you guys even discuss topics? I'm trying to get into...
Why do we need to discuss? What topic do you want to discuss, sir?
Well, I mean, isn't that what talk radio is about? Discussing?
No, talk radio is about whatever the hell we want it to be about. Nobody wants to discuss a bunch of stupid-ass topics. Get lost. Go find a show you like, schmuck. Aren't you supposed to discuss topics? Yeah. I went out with high-button shoes, with white bucks, with 2-piece men's bathing suits. Still stuck on 61. Look at that. They're going in small chunks. WQAM, hello.
Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
I know you're always the right thing to ask about certain things. I don't know if you know who Matt Millen is as far as sports.
Yeah.
He was on a game. I can't believe I never called you when it happened. And the quarterback fumbled the ball. And this is what he said when he was a broadcaster. He said that he had not got used to the center's rear. And he needed time to get used to his rear. And I only thought of that, you always say about about broadcasters being these ex-jocks. When is that going to end?
It's not. It's a disease. Until somebody creates some kind of an antibiotic, an antidote to it, it's not going to end. It's like out of control.
I mean, did you still watch football at all? I mean,
of course, I watch every Sunday. I'm glued all afternoon. You bet.
And I want to compare. Like, what was it about the Dolphins that totally turned you off? Because I know you're the only one on the station who can be honest about it.
The organization and the way they treated us when we worked at IOD, they treated us like crap and like we were a bunch of criminals. And I just didn't like the whole ambiance out there at the stadium. I didn't like the fans. I didn't like their attitude. The crap that because you were at a Dolphin game, you were automatically assumed to be a Canes fan, which I didn't go to school at UM. And I couldn't give a crap less about the Canes. If they lost every game, it would make me happy. I just don't like the whole ambiance. It sucks.
Now, who do you think lives in the past more, the Raiders or the Dolphins?
Are you kidding me? I think it's a good match. It's a standoff. And the Toronto Maple Leafs. See you, pal. You don't start with the sports stuff. 62 now. We just lost one. This is the slowest start we have ever had in the history of the Neil's Deals. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't know.
Well, you don't know because you're not paying any attention. What about you? If you were on today, these would be all gone now. Here's George.
Hey, everybody.
I'm under the gun.
62. You better watch it, otherwise George is going to start spinning some wax.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
The agents listen
Watch what you're saying. The agents listen in to your conversation. You say you got nothing to hide. Now spread your legs for the FBI after reading that email sent by you. The agents listen in. On you they're spying. The agents listen in. Watch what you're writing. You gave up your privacy. Threw away your liberties. Now you're safer until they come for you. Nobody seems to care. Long as they can keep you scared. You'll find out much too late. You gave your rights away. The agents listen in. This country's crazy. The agents listen in. Stupid and lazy. USA holds you morons. All our rights and freedoms are gone as the agents listen to me and you.
I'm dying over here.
Yeah, you can say that again. 12:18 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to you. Look at the way these things are going like halava in Ethiopia. We got 59 left. We were down to 58, and then another one was bogus, evidently. So we're back up to 59 certificates left for landlubbers. Now, what do you make of this?
Chopped liver? I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Now, Chris is going to say, oh, relax, you're not going to do a Stugatz today. By 2 o'clock, these will all be gone. You only got 59 left. You're almost halfway home. Is that what you're going to say, Chris?
Yeah, something like that.
You're full of crap.
Okay.
This is alarming. This is staggering. I mean, we're talking $25 a piece. $50 certificates for $25. So it's not like we're like selling stuff for like $500. These should be going like hotcakes. And they're not. On WQAM.com. And I noticed, again, that one banner doesn't work. And I thought you were going to talk to Cordes about getting that thing straightened out. But, of course, when Danny Boy is on there, we sure can't compete with that.
Hey, they got their priorities straight.
Yeah, I guess. We cannot compete with Danny Boy. Because Danny Boy is the beginning, the end. The world in South Florida revolves around Danny Boy talking about living in the past. 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. We're going to pull a Stugatz today, and that's going to really get me depressed. You think that by 2 o'clock, all those 59 certificates are going to be sold?
Yes.
What do you think, George?
Yeah, I think they will.
I think you're both like that.
Well, that's another story.
Maybe you guys are going to buy them. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I am so glad that somebody said something about Shannon Sharp yesterday. Oh my God! I want to put his monologue up next to OJ's No Juice.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similarity there. Only at least OJ can understand what he's saying. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm well. I went to Don Shula's house. I know I nicknamed the Jaw now. Oh, it was wonderful.
Oh, the jaw. Well, his jaw does kind of like protrude, it juts out.
It juts.
57 now. There's a couple more. I think we're going to have like 25 or 30 left by 2 o'clock. And then what do we tell Muff tomorrow, huh? Come on, Muff. You muffed it, baby.
You fairy.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, the reason they're not selling is because that's an Oakland Raiders bar. All the Raiders fans.
Yeah, well, I know about the Raider Nation thing. So what? You don't have to be a Raider fan to eat the food.
Well, inside the place is all Raiders, all decked out in Raiders.
That's the bar next door. The restaurant doesn't have any Raider stuff.
All right.
Yeah, get with it. George was there. George had a good meal there, and he had a good free meal, another free meal today from.
And by the way, something. Who cares?
He loves it. What?
Who cares?
Oh, the dolphin goofballs, the silly people, we got to go with this, the dolphin paraphernalia on the water. There's got to be all these autographed pictures of Danny Boy and the shoes, the brain stem, it's all that crowd, If those people don't want to go, that's fine with me. I don't care. The dolphin fans, what dolphin fans?
Those with the balls that show their faces.
Yeah.
56, by the way.
56, Q56. See, you're trying to get ahead of me there, and you were, like a half a second. Although my computer is probably a lot faster than yours.
I know it is.
In fact, so is probably the Rayovac, the first one, the one with
Sure.
the batteries.
Univac?
Univac. WQAM, Ernie Kovacs. QAM, hello.
Like, what's happening, Daddy?
WQAM, hello.
Dumba.
Oh, woo! That was special, was it not?
Not.
You don't think so? It was
No.
a fake chamba.
Oh, yeah, that's...
I mean, not a
something.
good one, but a bad fake chamba. That's why I was...
I'm laughing on the inside.
Crying on the outside. WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yeah.
weren't you going to beat George with a baseball bat for our...
WQAM, hello.
I'm divorced.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, have you ever took a crap and forgot to wipe yourself good?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing? LB
Okay.
in Weston.
Yeah.
What's up?
You tell us.
I just want to say hello to Neil.
Mom, I don't think he wants to speak to you. You're too dull. Yeah, what's up? God, what a place. 55, baby. Q 55. In fact, turn that dial around a little bit. It can't hurt. Maybe you might be able to tune it in and get rid of all that Cuban interference and all that stuff in the background. So that's the HD thing you're telling me. I have no idea what you were talking about.
Apparently, even though most people don't have HD,
correct,
our signal still goes to an HD processor. So the processor
51.
went screwy.
Yeah.
And it screwed everything else up. Which is why we have besides a 30-second dump, we have a 10-second digital delay.
What does that mean?
That means everything that you say, people don't hear for another 40 seconds.
No, but why do we have the 10-second digital delay? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. It's something to do with it being digitized or something.
Oh,
I don't
digitize my ass, okay?
No,
Nobody's
thank
got
you.
an HD radio. There are 5 people in the universe that have got those radios, and that's supposed to be our claim. In high definition, HD radio. Well, nobody's got them, you know?
Well, we have 3 in-house, and we have 49
Well, excuse me. Well, that's really exciting. Okay, we got 51 of these certificates left. We're going to sell these 51 by 2 o'clock if it's the last GD thing that I do, okay? And it just might
49.
be. 49 my ass.
No, thank you.
I thought it was the Raiders, not the 49ers. Yeah, that was some excuse, okay, for these cheap-ass bastards out there. $50 certificates for $25 to a place where the food is really good. It's not like it's in Yenisville somewhere. It's right there on Griffin Road in Cooper City, where most of our audience is, by the way, or at least what used to be the audience. I think something happened there and we don't even know about it. I don't think it was you. I don't think it was me. I don't think it was even Chris. Something happened and we don't know about it. And I think fat-ass Jolly Joe Bell's got his thumb in the middle of it. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I think that he and Joel Feinberg are plotting behind my back. Not that I'm paranoid, you understand. And then when I get that stuff about Wacky Jackie there from Norma Kent, oh, when are you going to stop with that already? Talk about the not-so-magnificent obsession. I don't know what's worse, him with his fantasy baseball or his fantasy life. God. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay, sir.
Back in the 70s and the 80s, of course, when you were living down here full-time, who did you like better as far as TV weather people? Did you like Walter Cronkite, Bill Ross, or Bob Weaver?
I always liked Bob Weaver. He was my favorite.
He was also my favorite.
Yeah.
And as far as news anchors on Channel 4, Jim Brosmer, Wayne Ferris on Channel 7, or Ann Bishop on Channel 10?
John Hambrick.
John.
Get out of here. We never did find out how old Tony Cigaretto is, huh?
No, we never
Older
did.
than sawdust, I'll tell you that. God, is he old. Or, I mean, maybe he's not, but he sure looks it. You're aging badly, Tony. I don't wish you any bad. I wish everybody good health, good luck. Good luck, good night, may the good luck be yours. What he used to say, may the good news be yours, Ralph Redneck. Remember Ralph Redneck? He's still dead.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Let's tell the story again about how I was shopping one day in Winn-Dixie, the really bad Winn-Dixie over there on Broward Boulevard. A long time ago, many, many years. And there was Ralph Redneck was shopping in the store. I said, hi, Ralph, how are you? Oh, hi, Neil, how are you? And good night, may the good news be. And he just kept tooling right down the aisle with his shopping cart. 49 left. In other words, we just passed halfway in 26 minutes. I don't know what Chris has all been out of shape about. No chance.
Biggest names.
No chance.
This is
2
Neil
chances. We're going to sell them all out by 2. None and much less than none.
And hold it.
on those golden rains. I wanna die.
Absolutely.
In Florida. I wanna living the best. I wanna die. In Florida. I wanna die. In Florida. I wanna die. In Florida. I wanna
Well, we got 41 left, baby, for landlubbers. 41 of those $50 certificates for $25. All right, what?
What? They're moving.
They're moving? So are your bowels, I think.
Well, earlier, yeah.
What are you talking about? They're moving.
Well, we go through this every week. When there's $150 certificates, they don't go as fast as the $100 ones when there are only 50 of them.
When they're 50, boy, they go like lightning. In fact, most of the time when there's only 50, by the time that the break ends at the top of the hour and the first bit there, they're gone.
That's
and
more
all they gotta do
popular.
Is like what?
They're twice as valuable when they're $100 certificates, so they go faster.
So why don't they just buy twice as many that way and buy two of the 50s?
Because you can only use one per visit, so
you can go more than once.
Nevertheless. I'm sure that's what they're thinking.
There's 41 still to go. It's just a tremendous wound to my existence. Not to my ego, because I don't have an ego. I work for the Beasleys. I used to have an ego, a little tiny one. Oh, I still got that. 41 left out of 100. I don't know. So it means we sold 59. So is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? Is your ass half full? 5670560. I'm just incoherent from this because usually it's like lickety-split, you know, and then that's it. We move on. Well, I got some bad news. The Florida Supreme Court today rejected a request that it rule on a case challenging the legal basis for slot machines in South Florida, sending the lawsuit back to the trial court in Tallahassee. The High Court said the case did not meet the basic criteria for a Supreme Court decision, effectively returning the lawsuit to Circuit Judge Nikki Ann Clark at Tallahassee. This is a big victory and a great day for the Constitution, said John Pelzer, an attorney for the anti-gambling groups that brought the legal challenge, Hubman Dreard, by the way. He said he believes the case will not proceed to a trial. Attorney Bruce Rogo, representing Floridians for Level Playing Field, a group spearheaded by gambling interests, said the case might not require a full-fledged trial and might be ruled on by a trial court judge without a trial, he said. In either case, he said, the ruling means we're going to prevail at the lower level. It's just a little more time and expense. The suit filed 3 years ago charged that a petition to put the slot machine question on the statewide ballot included fraudulent signatures. The constitutional amendment gave Vegas-style slot machines to Broward and Dade counties if voters later approved locally, which in Broward they did. After the state voters approved the amendment with 51% in favor, Judge Clark ruled that claims of fraudulent signatures were cured by the vote. But a coalition of opponents, Floridians Against Expanded Gambling, the U.S. Humane Society, and Greyhound 2K, a national group that opposes greyhound racing, continued to appeal all the way to the state Supreme Court. Oral arguments were heard last week. Anal arguments will be heard next week. The court was asked to decide two issues. Can the signatures be challenged even after the election supervisors have certified them and after the ballot's been printed and absentee voting has begun? And can amendment to sue the state constitution be invalidated post-election if a portion of the signatures on the petition that authorized the vote turned out to be fraudulent? But in its ruling today, the justices said it was premature to rule on those questions before there's a full hearing in the lower court to determine the facts of the case. We've determined that it is preferable that the facts of the case be developed regarding the allegations and pervasiveness of the fraud before we articulate a rule of law regarding the election cure doctrine in such circumstances, the ruling said. Bada beep, bada boop, bada bow. A lot of legal double talk, in case you hadn't noticed. How are we doing on those 40? We got another one moved there. We're moving them slowly. And it's one thing to move your bowels, but if you move them slowly and carefully, sometimes it's a much, rather than like, being a little premature in your evaluation. And that's exactly the way I feel about the way this thing is going today. Crap. Good food, good place, good location. And
Good
this
guy.
guy's called, what?
Good guy.
Guy's a good guy. Took good care of George. Just for George's sake, these 40 should go by the top of the hour. 42 now. We're back. We've just lost 2. 2 fraudulent goofballs on there. How do you like that? Just when we think we're going to like sneak into the 30s. Once we get into the 20s, and then I'll feel like, maybe we've got a shot. Because it's already 23 to 1. Maybe we'll have to stay on till about 4 or 5 to get them all sold. What do you think?
Maybe.
We don't want to get Stu Gotts today, I'll tell you that. That would be that would be the ultimate blow to my existence, is to be Stu Gotts. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, a little pig report. It's not what I'm calling for, but westbound on 17th Street Causeway. As you go over the bridge, they're busting people as soon as you go down the bridge. That big X-ray.
Nice, very nice.
Also, a couple of weeks ago I heard something, and I haven't heard anything else on the radio. I was listening to a station up coming from Palm Beach. Doesn't matter who it was. But I was listening to it as I went to get something to eat at a store. I came back out. I put the station on, and I hear the word MFer. It was Howard Stern. His satellite bleeding onto regular airways. And there was no complaints. I didn't hear anything about it. Have you heard anything about that in the industry, about it bleeding over? Yeah.
What do you mean bleeding over? Sirius was bleeding out of the regular airwaves?
Yeah, it was bleeding onto 103.1 the bus is what it was. I was listening to Anthony and Opie. There's nothing else on. So I go in to get something to eat at the bagel shop. I come out, and all of a sudden I hear Howard Stern, and I thought they were just playing a clip of him because they do that sometimes. But then I heard this MFer did this stuff, this one's rectum, all this other stuff, cursing. And then all of a sudden, it sounded like my channels changed by themselves, like they were trying to recapture the signal of Anthony and Opie and Anthony, and that was it, and I never heard anything. I was just curious.
Nice,
man.
very nice. Well, I hope that somebody takes their damn license away.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But anyway, I was just curious. Have a good day, buddy.
Good luck to you, pal. Okay, what did he say?
MFer.
Well, we're stuck back on 42. No, he didn't say MF. He said Stern said, now we're back to 40 again. We got those 2 back. And then it'll go to 42, and then back to 40, and up and down, and back and forth, and in and out, and up and down, and pop, 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 beep, 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 This shouldn't be like a major project, and I don't want to make a major project out of it, but I guess I will, Right? A big Simmons.
Why not?
What's wrong with it?
What else are you going to do?
Well, if I don't, they're not going to go, and I want them to go. I want them to get so they can go over there and get some good chow,
So push it.
I am pushing it, man. But push it. I don't want to push too hard. I don't want to, soil this chair. I have to go out and buy a new one. I don't want to get a new chair. This chair has been here the whole time. Bob Vermouth picked it out himself, and that special, and I had to put it together. It came in a big box. I wish we'd get into the 30s. Somebody please buy one more to make me feel like we're going to get rid of all of these. I mean, sell them all by 2 o'clock. It's on it's on WQM.com, but see, I can't even figure out where it is. And, Chris there, Mr. Hotshot, for all of his big talk, he was going to talk to Cordes and get this all straightened out. Right. Hell of a job he did, by the way.
Again, you seem to be the one that has that problem. I've tried going back to the homepage, clicking on the link, no problem.
The banner on the right side, first the Dan Marino show is in big
38
picture.
You mean on the left side?
It's the size of an elephant. And then there's a bunch of other little Beat the Broadcasters and Fantasy Football Preview, and the banners keep getting smaller, and so they're like bumper stickers. And the one with my picture on Open Now, it's about the size of your thumbnail. Should be big and prominent on there. Duff ought to go in there and give Cordes a little kick in the ass or a little something. And I'm sure he'd like to. 38, you're right. George had his thumb right there in the middle of it. 38. It's a project, man. It's a real exhausting project, man. My kishkis are spilling out on the counter here.
The biggest name.
We'll do it.
The best talent.
Or not.
Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Now the Pope depends on you and the powers you possess. Since you saved his life with your flying scissor knife, he's got a job for you to do. Oh! You have a brand new style too. We love the way you flop your due. With the big V on your chest and bulletproof skin tight dress, defending those who are oppressed.
12:46, 38 is what I see on there, and I'm not going to look at it. And I'm going to take a break for about a quarter hour. You know, you can keep your eyes peeled on it. Well, I don't want to look at it because it's depressing. And you guys are both trying to tell me, oh, you didn't understand. There's 100 on there. It's going to take, you know.
Okay.
Right. Isn't that what you just said before?
Yeah.
Yes.
And?
See, first of all, twice as many will take twice as long, and something that's half the value, if you will take twice as long.
Well, let me refresh it again. Now it's 37. You see that? I'll look at it again in a little while. You're looking at it.
Plus, when there's 50, people think, I need to rush to make sure I get it.
Well, there's
when
only 37 now. If you
it's
move
like,
quickly,
okay,
as Mr. Ego would say, if you move quickly, you might be able to get one for $25. 1,216 votes on the poll. That's a good number there. All you do is read numbers. Numbers on the poll. Numbers on the Neil deals. Numbers on the, I always like the good number. I think I'm going to go out and find me one right now. Here's George.
Hey, how you doing?
Which of these do you care about least is our poll question. Paris Hilton, 290. Britney Spears, 255. OJ, 184. Lindsay Lohan, 173. The Gina 6, 111. Gina. Sports, 105. The GM strike, 35. Global warming, 34. Politics, 25. And the economy, only 4. Still those 4. How could anybody not care about the economy? And, of course, they're talking about their own pocketbook, their own wallet, their own economy. George is worried about it because he knows he ain't going to see no bonus money again any time, ever again.
Probably not.
Not on this place.
Not on this station, no.
Not on this station. Well, what does that mean, not on this station?
What do you mean, what does it mean? You know, this station
asked.
where we are working?
Yeah, at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't care what Chris says. They're clicking that thing on the left here. It doesn't work. It's disabled.
I don't have any problems.
Exactly. Well, okay, if you're in the building, it works fine.
Maybe if you're in America, it works fine.
No, I don't think so. And if you go over there way on the right hand, 1, 2, 3, 4 little bumper stickers under Dan Marino's puss. There's my puss with that Neil Deal thing. I just mentioned that in passing. And now it's 37 still. I shouldn't have gone on there again, should I?
No.
It's bad.
Yes.
You're saying we're going to sell those 37 in the next hour and 12 minutes? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Now, this is going to be the most difficult assignment of my life. 31 and a half years I've been doing this crap in this town, and here's an assignment I don't think even I can do it.
You can.
See, you don't understand as it becomes more and more difficult, as the slowing down occurs, and I think the guy that called about the Raiders situation, I think maybe he's got a point.
No.
You're both going like that. I'm telling you. I am telling you, I'm smelling you right now.
All right, George, do you want to explain it one more time, that it's two different areas?
Yeah, explain it. The restaurant
there's
doesn't
a
have any Raiders
restaurant and a
paraphernalia.
bar.
You
There's
don't
a
have to
door
show
in the middle.
You're a card-carrying Raiders phony fan. I mean, especially with that game coming up this week between the two teams, it's a bad impediment. But at the restaurant, don't have no Raider crap.
Right.
No Raiders droppings.
As if.
Well, I'm just... See, you don't understand the sports mentality.
I
do
miles away
from
understand
that.
the sports mentality.
Yeah.
I do. I understand it very well.
You do?
And laugh at it constantly. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But not everybody in this town is a Dolphins fan, especially right now. This front-running phony town.
They suck and they're 0-3.
Yeah.
That's
enough of a reason.
I mean, the Raiders are pretty weak, too. I think it's like the toilet bowl. I thought that about the Jets game.
Even with the people with the Dolphins tattoos are getting them lasered off this season.
Are they really?
Yeah.
They're getting
laser surgery
and tattooed? 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
This is Neil?
Yes.
Yes, Neil. Get out of QAM. It's going to sink into the abyss. There's no way to end a legendary career.
Yeah, you're killing me. Yeah, you're right. Get out of QAM. I'm going to the bathtub right now. I'm going to do the show from the bathtub. Anybody want to listen?
How are the acoustics in there?
Probably pretty good. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay, sir.
I don't know if anyone mentioned this to you, but yesterday on your last 10 minutes on the air, you went all garbled and everything. I thought something was wrong with my radio.
34. Yeah.
Maybe there's a conspiracy.
Yeah, we had a couple of reports on that. It's the HD and the boopus by the beepus, and this place is all screwed up.
It's funny because at that time you were talking about Joe Bell and Norma Kent. I figured, they're doing some kind of conspiracy.
Yeah, probably sabotage, yeah.
Exactly. All right.
Well, I'll talk about them again. Okay, thanks. Yeah, we got the signal problems. We got service, and you know what? I'll take the money, okay? Everybody out there wants to get me all whipped up into a frenzy and screaming and yelling and, have a fart attack and whatever. It's not going to happen. Like I said, I'm here. Wasn't I here at 8:25 this morning?
Yes, you were.
Just like every day. Regular. Well, I am regular. That's another story.
Irregular.
34 we got left on that deal for our landlubbers. They're $50 certificates. You can get them half price, only $25. They've got the best wings in South Broward, according to their spiel. Griffin Road in Cooper City. Easy, great location. George said the food is sensational. They'll treat you great, even if you are a crappy Dolphin fan. I mean,
they got
yeah,
all kinds.
34 left, and we got an hour and 9 minutes to do it. Boy, I'll tell you, the odds are insurmountable. I think you're living in La La Land. I'm surprised. Chris, I can understand because he don't know his numbers at all. But George, I mean, you did this once or twice, like in the summertime.
Yeah.
And you moved them all?
Sure. And these will all go by the end of the show. Don't you know? Homo.
They'll all
go. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
We got an hour and 9 minutes to do it. Well,
QAM.
Neil?
Yes?
Go Marlins!
Yeah, far. QAM, hello.
Hey, the idea that it's for this weekend's game is silly, though, because I'm probably get my lefties certificates in the mail today for this weekend. I purchased them last week. And it's a shame about the U.S. Women's World Cup thing.
Yeah, it is. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello. A lot of raspberries, by the way, okay? I sure hope Joyce don't misinterpret those. They're just raspberries. WQAM, hello.
In America...
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say thanks for the certificates. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I can't get to them, but my mom seems to buy them every week.
Tell her get on there right now, because we got to move
got
these
2 of them already, bro.
She's what?
She already bought 2 today.
Well, thanks a lot, Mom.
You got it. Thanks, Neil.
Okay, see ya. Well, thank God for Mom, or we'd be like half 36. 34 more, and you two bozos keep telling me, oh, don't worry, Neil, they're all going to go. They'll go by, yeah, right. Well, we did 66 in less than an hour.
Correct. It's good food. It'll sell, don't worry.
It's excellent food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, very good ribs.
Right, and they're reasonable, so $50 goes far there.
What?
$50 goes far there. It's not, a pricey place. It's the kind of place you can go to regularly.
33. You see?
If I still lived out there, I would.
Which we found out Baby Bree does go there.
That's right.
Who goes there?
Baby Bree from Power 96. She's on right now.
Baby Bree?
Baby Bree, baby.
Who the hell is Baby Bree?
Well, we just told you. Why don't you ask again and we'll tell you the same thing.
DJ?
She's a naked DJ on Power 96?
Buck naked.
1,226 votes on our poll. That's good. Everything's copacetic there. We got the calls back today, the same usual. And actually, 1 or 2 might have had something to say a little bit. I mean, they never did, but they might have had. Boy, just, and then all that stuff about the signal yesterday. It's like all this stuff all at once, like you're overwhelmed by crap. You know what? What have I told you before for many, many years? I'm a survivor, okay? I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here on Monday. I'll be here 14 weeks from circus. Are we still in the circus or what? Let's check it out during the break. Happy circus.
The best talent.
And Norma, you're still an idiot.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
On to 2 hour!
And here's to you, Mr. Garfunkel. Troopers found some pot in your limo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mr. Garfunkel. There's a hefty fine that you will pay. So $100. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Now you have a criminal record in our police files. In rehab you can learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are dilated eyes. If you're getting stoned, do it in your own home. And here's to you, Mr. Garfunkel, smoking ganja even though you're old. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mr. Garfunkel. Paul Simon hopes you're not locked away. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
1 o'clock at 560 WQAM. Mad Dog will be along at 2 briefly, hour and a half, and then we got the Marlins and the Cubs from the stadium up the street. Hurricane Hotline at 7:30. Wow. And then Game Night with Eddie K at 9 to midnight. Still got 32 to pedal there in this 1 hour, and you guys are telling me we're going to do it? I think you're both dreaming.
Well, it's, a feller can dream, can't they?
Well, I think, I hope that you're right and I'm wrong, but I don't see any movement on there. I don't smell a movement. I don't see a movement. 32 left. These are $50 certificates for $25 to landlubbers in Griffin Road in Cooper City. What?
Oh, I'm moving.
32. We're just stuck on 32, like O.J. Simpson's number, I mean, there's a lot of other 32s. Frank Gifford was 32. I bet you Chris didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
Well, good.
Stuck and can't get off.
That's right. We're stuck, can't get off the 32. If we get into the 20s, then maybe we'd have a shot. And, of course, whatever we got left, we could always pedal them tomorrow, but I want to make a big melodramatic thing out of it, being the old drama queen that I am. Actually, I think where we made the big mistake is we should be making a big sentence. We should be doing Alien Part 2 of this story. In fact, here's the update on it from the Herald. The judge presiding over that contentious international dispute over the fate of a 5-year-old Cuban girl ruled this morning that state child welfare lawyers failed to prove that the girl's father is an unfit parent. In the 47-page ruling read aloud in a crowded downtown Miami courtroom, Dade Circuit Judge Jerry B. Cohen said lawyers for the State Department of Children and Families failed in proving their case against Rafael Izquierdo, a Cuban farmer who wants to return to the island with a girl. The judge ruled that the state child welfare workers failed to prove the father had abandoned his daughter under Florida law, but Cohen's ruling doesn't immediately resolve the fate of the girl at the center of the dispute. A second chapter of the legal fight to determine whether the girl should stay in the Coral Gables home of Joan Maria Cubas, where she's been living for the past 19 months, is expected to begin next month. Ira Kurzban, an attorney for Izquierdo, asked the judge that, given her ruling, she placed the child with his client immediately, if not sooner. We're asking you, imploring you, begging you today to transfer the child back to her father, Kurzban said, addressing Cohen. The judge said she is recommending the issue of child's immediate placement go to mediation. I'm not going to return the child to Mr. Izquierdo today, she said, saying she wants to hear further evidence regarding the potential harm to the girl should she be separated from her foster family and brother. How come we're not having a big simmons about this like Alien?
Because it's different?
Yeah.
Somehow? I don't know.
We're still stuck on 32, by the way. And these two bozos keep saying, oh, you'll sell them all out. Now we're 30. Now we got... about 30, man. While I was speaking, right in mid-sentence, there were a couple of them went like, yeah. They gobbled them up. And my response to that is, gobble this. Gobbledygook. No, I've never had one that's this tough. And it's got to be me. We're certainly not blaming the good people at Landlubbers. Because then if we do that, then they won't take good care of you anymore, and George needs the free food.
You
and of
betcha.
course, Chris, that goes without saying. Well, we got a nice even 30 on there now, 30 to go, and we got 57 minutes to do it. Now, if they were moving like the numbers on the poll move, then there wouldn't be any problem, right?
Right.
That means we need to sell one like about every 2 minutes. And I keep clicking that refresh thing, that little arrow, and I keep clicking it and clicking it and clicking it and clicking it and bicking it and sticking it, and it still says 30. There's something there, man, I'm telling you. I mean, like last week, we were a little bit on the slower side. We had 100, but we got them all sold out by 20 past 1. 20 past 1. Remember that?
Right.
So even if we do have maybe only, 200-300 people listening out there, and even if we do have the signal wind up getting like that again, like yesterday. Now, who told us about that yesterday? Oh, that's right. We were trying to figure out how old Tony Segreto was, and instead of that, they were calling in Chris, telling Chris, hey, guess what? We can't understand a thing Neil is saying. The signal is all garbled, and the station is all messed up, and bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bob. This is the Jolly Joe Bell era, man. It's almost as good as the Marion, whatever his name is, Cameron era with the Dolphins. Here's a fax from Sam, who says, in response to the caller who picked up Sirius on his radio, it's because a car with Sirius was close to him and he heard it on his radio. The satellite radio signal is sent from its receiver to the car's radio at a specified frequency. There have been many complaints about the crossover, specifically in the morning when the Stern Show is going on and kids are in the car heading to school. Absolutely love the show, said Sam. Well, thank God for you, Sam. Somebody loves the show. I'm assuming he means this one. I don't know, maybe he means Stern. I don't know. I'm sure Sam means this one. He absolutely loves the show.
Absolutely.
Doesn't that make you feel a little bit better?
A little bit.
Makes me feel sick to my stomach because Sam loves the show, but nobody else does because we still got, 29. I mean, if it requires that much energy, we're going to get Stugatzed, and then I'm going to have to sit down naked on my patio right on top of all that pigeon droppings. I think that might be a little unsanitary, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
28. Uh-oh. 28. We're starting to see some movement, baby. Can you feel it? Can you smell it? When there's a little movement, God only knows what's going to happen. 28 is too many in an hour. It's just not going to happen. You keep saying that if you have a more positive attitude, Neil, and say, hey, we're going to do this by hook or by crook. If we have to spend the whole damn hour, pushing and screaming and yelling and carrying on. 31 and a half years, and this is what I've got left. Nice going, fat-ass Jolly Joe Bell, you jackass. And Norma, of course, he's more worried because he's got a big story there, and it's got his name in it. Jesus, God almighty. Pop had Jenko, and this is what I got. Norma Kent. Oh, go ahead, Neil. Play the fart sounds, Neil. Play whatever you want. Go ahead. I'm going to send a letter. The one thing that's been consistent about him is that everywhere I've worked, well, it's only been the two stations, IOD and here, but they laugh at him. They laugh at him. They listen to he sends these letters and he threatens he's going to do this. And like, oh, there's that Norm again. What a pain in the ass. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jenko, and this is what I... Is this Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can I talk to Neil?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil? How many of those landlubber things you got left, man?
28.
Not bad. I'll help you move a little bit of them. I was there. Here's a little story this week. Ready for the toilet bowl, jet off.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay.
Hey, I have a question for you. Do you actually know people or communicate with people that talk with that Sid Rosensteinberg, whatever his name?
No.
Well, he claims that you have the same circle of friends and that you tell them that his show is the only one worth listening to.
First of all, I've never heard his show. His show isn't heard in Toronto any more than mine is. I never heard his show. I don't want to hear his show. I don't know anybody that he knows, and all he is a big blowhard.
I know, and I know he's sitting there lying out of his, you know what, but
ass.
Hey, that's what he claims, and I'm like, you know, I try to listen to Big O, but Big O's show nowadays is crammed with as many spots as Joe's.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for, man. Get the spots in. It's the handwriting's on the wall. Remember Daniel in Lion's Den? The handwriting was on the wall. Well, you know, Sid is obsessed, obviously, with me and with his show, and that's fine. Keep talking about me. I need all the promotion I can get. Because we sure don't get any from this company, I'll tell you that. We're still stuck at 28, and I think I'm just going to give up.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Give up.
28!
Yeah.
They're not moving, baby. They're not moving. Usually by now we might have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. And then, you know, we have to like... but 28?
They'll go.
On WQM.com. They are not going to go. You're crazy. You're off your rocker, man.
Well, that's true, too, but still.
They'll go. Okay, we'll see. From your mouth to a God's ass. I mean, you know, whatever. WQAM, hello.
I only buy Stugatz' meal deals.
Yeah, you're the one, huh? You're the one. That's the Stugatz wannabe. So sad. Joel's probably sitting over there. And, of course, we know Joel is listening right now, Joel Feinberg. Nice picture there on the cover of Las Olas Lifestyle, Doug. Too bad nobody reads that crap. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Hey, for the 23rd time yesterday, I watched that movie Glenn Ross.
Yeah.
And would you say that Jack Lemmon is the best actor of all time?
No. He's great, though, but I wouldn't say...
Have you made your decision for Christ?
Yeah, the drop of You Fairy, that's the best drop you have.
It is.
But no, who would be better than Jack Lemmon, in your opinion?
Is there... Well, you just asked me, do I think he's the best actor of all time, and I said no.
I
think Marlon Brando was a better actor. I think William Holden was a better actor.
Al Pacino.
Who?
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino
From
was
that
a better
movie.
actor most of the time.
But his performance in that movie was very good.
Better, unless, of course, he's saying that. 26 now. We got a couple more sold. I mean, this. You know what this is like? This is like I said yesterday, like a dog getting on its hind legs and begging.
Well, you're used to that, right?
We got something good for the audience out there. A real good deal. $50 certificate. You pay only $25. The food is excellent. It's not expensive. Like George said, the $50 certificate will go a long way. Get you a lot of chow. And we're like pushing and screaming and pleading and begging. It's demeaning and degrading. It's almost like working for the Beasleys, for the Banjo Boys. We are down to 26. If we can get like into the teens and single digits by about like 1:30, then you'll see some action, okay? Then they're going to start getting all panicky. Oh, gee, there's only a couple left. I better get them now and make the old bastard happy, you know, like that. Like they're doing me a favor. It's like if you give somebody $500 and, you know, there's a bunch of small bills. Oh, well, haven't you got any 50s? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I think they're sending back that girl back to Cuba that Joe Cubas has. You heard about that?
WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Yes, I called you Tuesday, and you didn't give me the necessary airtime that I was...
Yeah, I'll give you the necessary airtime. How you like that? Raspberry, by the way, Joyce, sorry. Raspberry.
25.
No excretory activity. What?
25.
25. There's another one. I'll be damned. 25. 24.
24.
24. Let's sell some more. I'll stand at the door. I'll hand them to you. 24. Well, it's going to be a real battle. We got 49 minutes, though. You know, you never know. You might shock the hell out of me. I doubt it, though. Confidence on my part is still extraordinarily low. Really low. About as low as Westbrook Van Voorhees' voice. Really low. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil. You have any meal deals for Wolfies?
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Florida sucks.
Hello, this is Albert Qaeda from Taliban Records, inviting you American infidel to buy latest Cat Stevens collection.
You know Muhammad is right. He'll take your head off your body. Got a machete with a real sharp blade. How I wish I had an American hostage. Make those infidels pay.
Also including this classic.
I was on the airplane and suddenly was detained. They're mad 'cause I converted and wear a towel on my head. I'm being followed by an F-16. What do they want with me?
The money from your purchase does not go to fund terrorism, really.
It's not time to get off the plane. Just relax and take it easy. You're just dumb, that's your fault. It wouldn't happen if I were a Jew. Fine dark skin and a rag if you want a detainee.
Another variation on a classic.
I ask myself every day which American should pay. Tell me, who would Muhammad slay? I'm cutting through the neck of a woman. She lifted her veil and exposed herself.
So buy new Cat Stevens collection today for $19.95. Or you can pay with Visa, MasterCard, or weapons of mass destruction.
117 at 560 WQAM. We still got 23 on there. We started to make a little bit of a move, and then we got stuck at 23. And you guys still think that those 23 are going to be gone by 2 o'clock?
Yes.
I think we're going to get Stugotzt.
Oh, no.
Not.
WQAM.com. And if you click on the left side there where my ugly picture is with all those little tchotchkes next to it, then go on the right side and a couple of banners under Danny Marino there, about 4 little things down, about the size of a postage stamp. There it is. Click on that, baby, and there are your landlubber's certificates. 23 to go. We can do it. Says George, says Chris. I don't think there's any chance. I think you're both nuts. It's very slow. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's us. Should we take the blame for it, or should we say that's that Raiders thing, you know, the Raiders factor?
No.
I think that's just a lame excuse for a bunch of cheap-ass bastards who don't want to come through for the old man.
That's right.
Come through for the old man. Do it. Sure, we can do it. We don't want to be like embarrassed like Stu Gotts, like a little board op who's got a rich daddy and who evidently is kissing Joel Feinberg's ass big time. He's the general manager over there, you know, Stu Gotts, who's on the radio. Who ever heard of the general manager of a radio station in a major market being on the radio? Ever heard of that?
Nope.
With Dan LeBastard, no less. But, hey, they're kicking ass, except for last month when they fell off the face of the earth. Their claim to fame is they had that big, bogus July. I mean,
22.
22 what?
Certificates.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. I'm looking at it. And at that rate, one about every 5 minutes, I don't think we're going to sell 22 by 2 o'clock. You do. See, we have to start seeing some chunks come off of that total. We ought to start seeing some chunks, but I'm not seeing that. We'll see. We'll see if you guys are right. I think you're both full of crap. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Neil.
Yes?
I'm a longtime customer of Landlubbers, and I'm a member of Raider Nation, and I think you know who this is. Raiders, baby, Raiders. Landlubbers, they know me. Ask anybody. I am the man, the Raiders.
I think you know who this is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a real schmuck. God, what the hell was that?
The guy with the eyes.
It was?
Yep.
That was the guy with the eyes?
He's not usually so animated. Apparently you found his number.
He usually sounds like a dead man on oxygen. And not very much oxygen. Well, we got 22 left. Let's refresh it, and I bet you it's down to about 15. No, it still says 22 on mine. In fact, you know what?
What?
Oh, I don't know what it's doing bizarre things. Still says 22. WQAM, hello.
Thank you for getting my number out.
I didn't know that David Cassidy played for the Raiders. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm on my way to American Express. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Go to the one next to the Spanish Steps, okay? That's the good one. That's where, what's his name, Matt Damon was meeting everybody. Denali's by the Spanish Steps. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
How you doing, sir?
Okay.
Love your show.
Me too.
What do you think about President Numbnuts trying to pass a bill through Congress that pardons him from the starting of his presidency to now? It pardons him from the Geneva Convention Act and stuff.
That pardons him from the Geneva Convention. Excellent call.
15.
15? QAM.
Neil.
Yes.
Why are you trying to run Jason Jackson out of QAM like you did Mo?
Jason Jackson, run him off QAM, right. What are you talking about, you bozo, you? I just said I didn't know who the hell he was, and right away I'm trying to run him off the air. Yeah, I want to get him off the air, okay? He's too dark for me, you idiot. Like I did Mo. I ran Mo off, too. Mo runs himself off everywhere he's ever been. He runs himself off. With the Jets, with the Westwood One, everywhere he's ever gone, with QAM, he runs himself off. I wonder if he's still on that 850 on that Steve Lappa station. 15 left. Now, we can do that. It won't be easy, but if we can... Didn't we just have a chunk of about 6 or 7 there ago?
Correct.
Yep.
Woo! They're doing it for the old man. Come through. Don't let us get Stu Gotts here today. That would be the worst. They would have to put that on my tombstone. The worst moment of my life, the most grotesque, glaring embarrassment would be to be Stu Gotts. WQAM.com, you can do it. There's only 15 left. There's my good friend Susan Candiotti.
Filing an appeal, and also there is another hearing next month to decide whether removing the child from her
Yeah, she's still not. She ain't going anywhere yet. We got to get a little drama built up over it, and the old drama queen, he'll work on it. I still keep clicking this thing, and it says 15. I guess if I let Chris do it, he has better luck. You click it, and a whole big chunk went away there.
What can I say?
Well, you got the touch. Touch it. Oh, he already was touching it? WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, what's going on, buddy?
Yes, sir. What do you got?
How's it going in Toronto, all right?
Excellent. Very good.
Hey, that's good. Hey, I hear you got a new Pontiac. How's it running for you?
I got the Solstice. I love it. It's the first time I ever had it. Well, I mean, yeah, only the second convertible I ever had. I'm not that crazy about that part of it, but it's okay. I like it.
Well, that's great, man. I'm glad to see you got a car finally up there.
Yeah, you know something? I thought I was so smart because I got a good location here and all this other stuff. In 6 years, I didn't have a car. But all the money I was spending on cabs, it was just, you have to be a crazy person. In addition to which, there's no big deal about driving here. I mean, it's a big city, but if you can drive anywhere, you can drive, you know?
Yeah, you can handle it. You're a big boy.
I'm a big boy, a big old boy.
That's right. Well, you're doing a good job. Taking some
And
calls.
don't forget, I'm a very good driver. And right at this moment, I feel just like him, too. It's doing some strange things when I refresh. Yeah. All the other sites, when I click them, the little blue thing goes across the bottom, you know, whatever you'd call that. What is that thing?
The loading bar.
Progress bar.
Is that it, the loading bar?
Progress bar, yeah.
Progress bar? Well, which is it, boys? Is it the
Either
loading
or,
bar?
doesn't really matter.
Or the progress bar?
It's whichever one you prefer.
I really don't give a crap about either one of them. I don't think we're making too much progress. Well, let me just go back. I've got a little problem here on my computer. Oh, there it is. Froze up for a second, and I think it's because of Chris.
Always.
Let's see, WQAM.com. Is that where I'm going?
Okay. That's a good start.
Okay, let me click on that, baby, and see how we're doing here. Let me click on that thing on the left there because Chris says, oh, no, that thing works. It does not. So I'll go over to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 little symbols under Danny Marino's picture. You can't miss Danny, boy. And it says we still got 15. 35 minutes and 15 certificates left on WQM.com. This is one of the tensest periods of time in history of the human race, not just of this show. That's correct. And once we unloaded 6 all at once, I thought, oh, my God, something's going to happen here. And you know what?
What?
It didn't. WQAM, hello.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I want to just commend you for putting your money where your mouth is and not being a hypocrite. You went out and bought an American car.
Yeah.
And that's more than I could say for these idiots that put Bush stickers and God bless America, and then they drive around in a freaking, whatever. But,
Japanese-made car.
Whatever. Korean, Japanese, German.
Saudi
I was in the auto business for 20 years.
I got 2 Corvettes and a Pontiac, sir. They're all made in the USA.
Huge Pontiac fan. And don't buy into this crap where people say, well, parts of it are built. It doesn't matter. If the money comes back home, it doesn't go to Japan or China. Just want to say people can't accuse you of being a hypocrite or a pansy because you got the right mindset.
Okay, thanks. I'm a pansy, but that's okay. We still got those 15. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to skip all the commercials. I'm going to do everything in my power to sell those 15. Is there anything in the world more important than that?
Not at the moment, no.
Like I said, I'm skipping all the commercials. Not
the biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
And say cheese.
We went back up to 20, and then we went to 19, and now we got 17. We're up and down. We're in and out. Ain't gonna happen, boys and girls. We're gonna get Stugatz today. The most embarrassing, the most degrading thing in life.
Cost of living out of control by corporate holes who have no regulation. Trainers get a free pass to roam, like Karl Rove, who leaked that information on playing your loyalty to the Smiths on dying. You'll follow them into hell. Whoa, death, hating lies. You're under their control. Get hating lies if you let them own it, and they're owning your soul. Well, the Micey's about a war that ain't no war. It's an occupation. Running babies in half for Christ, for the Uber ride, and the defenseless nation to fight. You don't speak out about criminal lying. We're Christian soldiers from hell. Oh, death, hate, and lies. That's the Republican way of life. Death, hate, and lies. You let them keep running your life. Death, hate, and lies. They got you all under their control. Get paid in lies. You American Idol, baby couch potato.
Oh boy, I'm telling you, I love the Grassroots. I know I've told you that a million times. I do like the Grassroots a lot. Underrated group. Nobody listening to us has any idea who they were. Well, maybe a couple. Chicken Neck. Well, we got 14.
Yeah.
Well, you don't sound as enthusiastic and confident as before.
All right. Go Raiders!
Well, when we went from 15 back up to 20, that wasn't good.
No, I saw that happening during the break, and I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit. 14.
Did you really?
14.
Were you making sounds with your mouth? We got 14 now. I just said that.
Oh, I thought you said 15.
No, I said 14, Mr. Hotshot, Mr. Super Confident. Oh, we'll do that. Just relax, old man.
We'll do it.
We're not.
You're gonna.
We ain't.
You're gonna do it.
Ain't gonna happen. We're gonna get Stugatz.
I'll bet you $1.
We got 28 minutes, and we need 14. I mean, should be able to do that in like 2 minutes.
Yep.
Back in the day when we had this humongous, gigantic audience, when we're on a station with a signal that people could actually hear it, In fact, even once upon a time on this station, we could have done it. No problem at all. We could have doed it.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to happen now because I keep clicking that thing and clicking that thing. It's like they're doing us a favor. That's what bothers me. Aren't we doing them a favor? Isn't that what all those spots say? Our way of saying thank you for your loyalty and putting up with our crap and our stupid, insipid, idiotic garbage and these moronic idiot callers.
Right.
For all these years, 31 and a half years, our way of saying thanks to you. Here you go. Here's $50 for 25.
It's like buying money.
That's right. And I'm clicking that thing and clicking my Vick and flicking it and sticking it, and it still says 14. See, if I saw all of a sudden like 9, then I'd say, we got a shot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I clicked that thing and it went to like, yeah. He ought to be shot. Oh, back up to 50 now. We just lost one. We're moving in the wrong direction. Yeah, don't give me geez. We're going to get Stugatz, and then we'll have to carry this over to tomorrow again. And Duff will come in the morning and say, geez, Neil, what happened yesterday? That never happened before.
13.
13, my ass. We got 13?
Yeah.
We could make this pretty interesting. Not the show. I mean, nobody wants to hear me, reading about this.
Numbers.
That's right. Numbers. You're mailing it in, Neil. You're mailing it in. It's the poll. How is the poll, by the way, while you're looking at that? You look at that and 1292, we're going to have 1,300 votes. Chris is ecstatic.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I feel like it's my lucky day. I already got my shoes on. I'm going to Woodbine. I'm going to hop in my Pontiac and hightail it off to Woodbine and win about 3,000-4,000. Wouldn't that be nice?
Mm-hmm.
We're still stuck on 13. I want to see some action here. We got 25 minutes for this audience to come through for the old man. Like I said, pretend you're doing me a favor. You're not. You're doing yourself a favor, but pretend like you're doing it for me. So I don't have to get Stugatz and walk out of here with my head down to my knees, When you get to be my age, you don't want your head down to your knees. Although, like Ron Jeremy, he could have his head down to his knees because he's double-jointed. He is just beyond disgusting. And he's not just in porno anymore either. He's like a star now. He's on all these reality shows. He's like a legend. He's legendary.
Mm-hmm.
For being fat.
I mean, nice work, I gotta say. If you're short and ugly and hairy and you can still make a living.
And huge, just fat as like a gigantic apartment complex. Don't get a complex about it though, Ronnie. Yeah, we just got 13. We're not going to do it. We still got stuck on that 13. What?
We're going to do it.
George says we're going to do it. He says this audience is going to come through for us. They're going on WQAM.com. They're going to grab up those landlubbers. And they're going to avoid me being Stugatz. Refresh it. Click that, baby. 13. It just stuck right there. Of course, next time I click it, it'll probably go back up like to 20, Yeah, bend over, Neil. We're going to stick our feet deep inside, That's what they're thinking. And maybe they're not even thinking feet. Who knows with this crowd,
I bet if you promise to hand deliver these last 13, they'll sell.
I'm not hand delivering squat, okay? I'm not delivering squat. We send them out, they get them in the mail. There's no effort required on their part just to hop on WQAM.com and get those. They're not going to do it. We're stuck with 13. There is no action. There is no movement. There isn't a flicker. There's not anything happening with the South Florida crowd. The living dead.
Well, Neil, we don't have $25.
You should live so long. There's more money in that place. Although I'll tell you one thing, there's a lot more money here than there is there. Do you know that?
Yeah.
There is very, very, very mucho dinero in this place. Trust me when I tell you. You trust me?
I trust you.
Well, next time you come up here, you'll see. 13 still. Not 12, not 11, not 12 and a half, 13. Probably in honor of Danny Boy, Isn't everything in South Florida related to a football revolve around Danny Boy with those Batman lips, with those weird lips?
Mm-hmm.
You can't speak, Danny. You don't belong on that show either. Although, it's good that he's on there with Shannon Sharp, because compared to Shannon Sharp, Danny's like a Rhodes Scholar, He's like an MIT professor. Any movement on there? 13. Maybe it's stuck. You think that's possible?
Maybe, but I doubt it.
We'll blame it on Eric.
Yeah, it must be Eric. What's Eric got to do with it?
Nothing, but we can still blame it on him.
Yeah, it's Eric's fault. Get your foot off the brake, Eric. These people are desperately on there trying to buy those up. 2 o'clock comes, I'm going to walk out of here with my head down, feeling like, oh boy, woe is me. And then you know what's going to happen, like on about the 10th of October?
I give up.
Another big fat paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to say, well, maybe not woe is me, after all.
Whoa.
Yeah, maybe like, whoa. Big deal. Big Simmons. 22 till 2 at 560 QAM.
Where did you learn your trade, you idiot? Whoever told you that you could work with men? What you're hired for is to help us. Does that seem clear?
10.
To help us. To help men who are going out there to try to earn a living. You company man. You fairy.
10.
I heard you.
Drop your gay bomb. Come drop your gay bomb over me.
Wreck 'em.
Oh, yeah, when things get rough, then drop your gay bombs, all you need. Oh, I'm a right-wing Christian who loves that gay bomb. Come on now, Carl. Oh, gay everybody's kind on stress. Oh, yeah, keep that war on. Till we make everybody day.
Absolutely.
Drop the day. For subterfuge instead. Drop your gay bomb. Yeah.
You fairy.
I'm a neocon. A global bloodbath turns me on. I don't have to go. I love that war. Like little flies, we pull off children's arms. I'm such a good Republican. But to keep it off the news, drop your cape on. I'm a whitey. Yep.
Straight white men like me. We don't deserve like God intended me to be. Worship our Lord Jesus God Bush. Hope there's any transsexuals available for date tonight. Well, I'm straight, you know. Never have looked at before.
Nothing worse than coming real close and then missing it by a whisker. You know, we got 10 left. We got 16 minutes. And you still think we're going to do it?
I don't know now, but it's possible.
I don't know now, but it's possible. That doesn't.
It is possible.
Oh, it's possible. In fact, if Joel Feinberg is such a big fan, he could just go on there with his Visa or Daddy's MasterCard and buy the 10 up. It's only $250. That's chump change. I'm going to probably lose that in the first 10 minutes at Woodbine. $250. I mean, what's that? To you, it might be a couple of bucks, but $250. What is that? So we got 10 left. We got 15 minutes to do it. If this audience really cares, do it for us. Do it for George. Don't do it for yourself. I mean, you know, who wants to save $25 on food?
Right.
Do it for us. Give us a little ego boost. Don't let us get mired in the muck, in radio muck. Now it's 8. That's great. Don't let us get bogged down like the barnacles at the bottom of the ship with Stu Gotts. To be in that league, to be begging days and weeks after the deal is on the air.
8.
To try to sell stuff. What? What was that?
8.
Oh. I just said 8.
I know. I was echoing your sentiment.
Before there was 8, there was
9.
But it went right from 10 to 8.
Sure.
So we got 14 minutes to sell 8. Now, what does Chris think? Are we going to do these 8?
Yes.
See, if I had a big ego, which, like I said, I don't have any, I could go on there during the next break and buy them all myself on a credit card. 8 times 25 is $200. Chump change. But I'm not going to do that. Why the hell should I do it? This audience ought to come through for us. Pretend you're doing it for us.
That's right. For the Gipper.
Yeah, buy one for the Gipper, okay? And where's all those Raider fans out there? That's what amuses me. I mean, of all the teams, how many Raider fans do you think there are in town?
About 30, man.
See, if it was some team like, a front-running phony, like if we said the Patriots, Although that wouldn't be good either. Because there's that jealousy factor. That translates into the great hate. Oh, Tom Brady, we hate Tom Brady. We despise. Yeah, right. If Tom Brady was on the Dolphins, you people you'd be lapping at his toes. You'd be sucking on his kneecaps. 8 we're stuck on 8. You're not helping me much on this either. I think you ought to come.
Here we go.
Well, that's not going to do it.
I'm pushing.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're pushing very hard to me. I think what you're pushing is what we're going to wind up with. Crap. Oh, brother. To come so close and miss. It's like missing by a mile. Like in a horse race, you know, if you lose by a nose, you could just as easily lose by 25 lengths. The only thing that counts in close only counts in quoits and horseshoes. I don't even know what quoits is. Huh?
What is a quoit?
You know, I don't know. I've been saying that for years because somebody once said it.
You'd think that at some point you would have figured out what it
Close
was.
only counts in quoits and horseshoes.
I never heard that before.
I heard horseshoes and hand grenades.
Right.
Oh. I think that's what we need to do, just like Tommy Kramer would say, put the hand grenade in my mouth and pull the pin. Like Tommy Kramer would say. I wouldn't be surprised if he's dead, you know. Oh, now we're back up to 9. We just lost one.
That's your fault.
See, one of them was bogus.
9.
We had 8, now we got
9.
Yeah. So it's not going to happen. I mean, I'm degrading and humiliating like I've never done, and we still can't do it. We have 11 and a half minutes to go. Don't you feel bad?
Medium bad.
I don't think they believe me. I don't think they believe that I feel bad. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, you think there's no Raider fans out there? You wait till we come into the stadium on Sunday and show you what the Raider Nation is about.
Yeah, Raider Nation, my ass. Your team sucks, okay? They're just barely in the last second, just barely beat the Brownie Hounds. Get out of here with your Raiders. They suck. 1-2 and just as easily could be 0-3. Just barely squeaked by the marginal Brownie Hound. Patriots got to play the Bengals this week. That's going to be a, you know. Bengals score a lot of points, but if they score 60, they give up 100.
Correct.
So I think Brady and company and Randy Moss are going to have a field day with the Bengals, but who the hell knows? We still got 9 left and 11 minutes to go. It's just not going to happen unless somebody comes through for us and buys a chunk of them, you know, like Joel Feinberg. Right. Come on, Joel, you can do it. We'll say something nice about you. WQAM, hello.
I'll meet you halfway.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, any chance I can speak, get on the Neil Rogers show?
You're on it.
I want to buy one of your things. I've been trying for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, and why can't you buy it?
The line just kept ringing. In fact, it's ringing on my other phone. I tried on.
Yeah, but you don't buy it on the phone. You got to go on. Don't you have your computer there?
I'm sorry, I have the Hank Goldberg disease. I'm computer illiterate.
Oh, so sorry. Too bad. Get lost. She has Hank Goldberg disease. No computer.
She's a fat guy.
That's bad. Maybe it was what's her name, Barbara Starr from CNN. She has Humper disease. Does. Well, we got 9 left. I guess we're not going to do it, boys. Oh. We asked the audience to come through for us and show the world that when push comes to shove, that when Stu Gatz is on the line, that they would come through for us, and they failed us. Not only did they fail us, but they left us with 9. Oh my God! Don't you feel? I don't know.
Forlorn.
I really don't care, but I mean, I care.
Yeah, don't say that.
What? Don't say I don't care? The crap with the Raiders Nation. Oh, brother. Everybody, the Leafs Nation and Raider Nation and Dolphins Nation and Patriots Nation. Nation my ass. This is another size. Another invention of the sports nerds, you know. Raiders Nation. Get out of here with your silly jerseys and your stupid caps and all your other chazarai. Take a hike. Hike. Well, we got 9 minutes left and we got 9 to go. 1 a minute would be an easy average if it was on the poll. We got way over 1,300 votes on the poll. Chris is excited about that, but his excitement is tempered by this bitter disappointment.
Correct.
On WQAM.com. And here's this lady. She ain't got no computer. She would have bought one. There would have been one. Wouldn't surprise me if we got a few more dullards out there with no computer. I mean, what kind of a person besides the humper doesn't have a computer or at least access to one, right?
Right.
No, ain't going to happen.
Libraries have them.
No, that's right. Go to the library. Okay, hop on it. Maybe by the time we come in tomorrow, those 9 will be gone.
Oh, I'm sure they will be.
Well, why do you say that? You're the same guy that said you're sure I was going to get this done. You can do it, all that other chazarai that you talk. You're the same guy that was peddling that propaganda.
Yeah.
And did it happen?
No.
Is it going to happen?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. That thing is glued on 9. It's embedded. You know how, like on a TV, you get the burn-in on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happened on my computer. The 9 is just sitting there glaring, and probably Robert Grieper is sitting at home like,
oh, he's got 9. He's got 9.
Where is Robert Grieper, by the way? Didn't you tell me he's off the morning show because Joe Rose hates him like poison?
Yes.
Or something like that you said. Joe always, he was out of these bastards, just like with Mo.
Actually, Joe likes him. It's just Joe brought 2 other guys with him, so.
He brought Fat Zach. Watch your back, Zach. And who's the other guy he brought?
Greg.
Who's Greg?
Another producer. Or board op, whatever you want to call him.
So in other words, we're hiring the whole staff from over there. Eat your heart out, Feinberg. Okay, we're hiring the whole staff away. Maybe next week it'll be Stu Gatz.
Biggest name.
But I doubt it.
Best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Way down south, past Hackensack, there's a town called Tamarack where you live. On a cul-de-sac and kvetch about the boy next door. They all drive for half a mile and they wear that Gucci smile and they stand in line a while waiting on the early bird. Leave Manhattan, the Bronx and Queens, Staten Island too. Leave the Brooklyn Zoo, take the Toronto, and don't look back. Down the Jersey Turnpike to Tamarack, stroll the malls and the sidewalk sales. Perm your hair as you wrap your nails. Tell your friends you're going to Bloomingdale, and they won't be far behind.
Now there's 8. Not so great. Somebody bought one.
Roger, too late.
We got 8, but it's too late, and it's not so great. You idiot.
Are you irate?
I'm bemoaning my fate.
Well, you know what you should do after the show.
I got Stu Gatz.
Leave Manhattan, the Bronx and Queens, Staten Island too. Leave the Brooklyn City, take the Toronto, and don't look back. Down the Jersey Turnpike to Tamarack, stroll the malls and the sidewalk sales. Perm your hair as you wrap your nails.
7.
Tell your friends you're going to Bloomingdale, then they won't be far behind. Way down south, past Hackensack, there's a town called Tamarack where you live. On a cul-de-sac and kvetch about the boy next door. Way down south, past Hackensack, there's a town called Tamarack. Way down south, past Hackensack, there's a town called Tamarack. Way down south, past Hackensack, there's a town called Tamarack.
Bye, bye, bye.